All right, we're back on.
Oh, good. Okay.
Testing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I gotta wait for it to actually load up again.
Okay.
Kale's the only one that was watching right now, which is good.
Let's go with soldier. Let's go with a soldier background, and I'm just gonna roll everything.
I'm gonna be a little bit more involved in that, unless my character comes up. At that point, I will move the chat over to somebody else.
Nice. Okay, so it's a D8 for. I'm just gonna do the specialty.
So you're a soldier?
Soldier. Let's go with soldier.
Oh, that's right. You have to roll for your specific.
What the hell is the D8? Which one is the D8? No, it's a D10. Is this the D8? This is the D8. Sorry. I don't know my dice. Okay. Let's see what kind of soldier this character was. Your support staff. Cook, blacksmith, or the like. Alright.
Cook.
Are we good? Yeah, cook. Let's
Dwarven
go.
chef.
He was a cook. Okay.
So, wait, your background's a cook?
Yeah, soldier, cook.
I think we just put, for background, just put cook.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the overall background is soldier. That actually would be useful to, like, know.
He's a soldier whose specialty was that he was a cook. He was a battlefield
He was
cook.
a support staff.
Right.
Okay.
Because for every one soldier, you need 4 other supporters.
That's actually kind of great for someone who's kind of good at, like, ordering people around.
I had a character I did at one point who was a dwarven fighter, I believe, who was based on the character Toriko from the anime Toriko, who lives in a universe where everything is edible. Every animal, and there are ridiculous things like strawberry salmon, who takes salmon fish that you can catch that are the size of cars that taste like strawberries. And so he eats everything in the anime, and so the character ate everything. He would kill and eat the goblins, or, you know, they find fruit trees and he'd harvest all the fruit and carry it around in large sacks. And so having a character that
enjoys cooking and eating.
Because most
That's actually pretty good for me. I'm just saying. This is
most
working.
characters don't deal with that.
Okay, let's go with the personality trait. So, the feature is military rank, and then you had a previous military rank, so people might recognize the cook. But I don't know. Okay, what's his personality? His or her personality trait? They enjoy being strong. 6. Enjoy being strong and breaking things.
Angry cook.
You know, he's the guy that.
Well, not
butchers
exactly
the pigs.
angry. He just likes breaking things.
So wait,
it's
which one was that again?
The personality trait.
So
Number
personality.
6.
So
I enjoy
6.
being strong and breaking things.
He doesn't use a cleaver to get the pork legs off. He just tears them off.
yeah, there we go. There we go.
Well, this guy have an 18 strength.
All right, what is this character's ideal? It's a D6.
Strong. And
Is the audio still cutting out?
It hasn't come back up on the stream yet, which is weird. But,
Really?
yeah.
maybe it was just
It takes, recently with how they've been doing things, it takes some time for it to load up, either for channels that aren't free or don't get as much traffic. Let me see if it's finally back up now. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
I guess, I mean, we can just go with the dice roll. Again, it's only a suggestion when it has those little parenthetical, like, alignment things,
Yeah,
right? Because,
yeah.
I mean, we had an evil one.
This would be suited well for this alignment.
Actually, yeah, you know what? And actually, this makes sense with the previous one. Might. His ideal is might. Number 4, might. In life, as in war, the stronger force wins.
And that's his flaw?
That's his ideal.
Of his ideal. Okay. So, 4.
Which one are you going for again?
A fighter.
No. What is you're on traits or something?
I'm on the background.
So
I just wanted to do
which-
background
yeah.
Oh,
first.
soldier background. That's what
Yeah.
you're
Oh, yeah, soldier.
So might, you said, right?
Yeah, might. Might makes right. The stronger force wins in life and war. Alright. Now roll for the bond.
Okay, I think we figured it out. It sounds really good now. We lower the gain on the microphone so it doesn't crackle, And then on top of that, I made sure that it didn't automatically lower the volume because it was like,
Yeah.
oh, you're playing a video game. That's the Mac.
Okay.
And I was like, no, don't automatically lower the volume for the video game. I think that fixed it because I'm not hearing it cut out at all.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Well,
Awesome.
Cool.
Yay.
So it was software, not hardware.
All right. For
No,
the
no,
bond,
you gotta do it
I
again.
got 4. Bond is 4. I'll never forget the crushing defeat my company suffered, or the enemies who dealt it.
Oh my gosh, you
Also
lost
very
your...
dwarvish. This is sounding
You,
it's a very
you
dwarvish
also
character.
were victims of the
Did
dragon
you,
cult.
did you run your own little restaurant, and then did the Dragon Cult burn it down, and they
Well, he's
rampage
in a
if they had
military
it?
company.
I
mean,
wait, what's
Maybe he ran a restaurant
maybe
afterwards.
he was the
So
cook
wait.
for a small squad.
So wait, what's
And
four?
he got
Wait,
burned,
what's
got
4
screwed.
again?
Which helps to make it sense. Where then that's why he's adventuring now. He's not like still in the military
Yeah.
squad. Like I always wondered, like what? Like you'd have to make up a whole reason for. Well, his squad died.
Peter, so
Derp.
what's 4 again? What should I
Bond.
put?
Bond. 4. I'll never forget the crushing defeat of my company suffered, or the enemies who dealt it.
So
I
I'm
guess
gonna-
number 4, just
Crushing defeat to company.
company defeated or whatever.
Okay, company defeated.
All right, and now there's already like a bunch of flaws already built into this, but now we're gonna actually roll for the flaws. Let's see, a 4 again. Jesus.
Wow.
Okay, 4 flaw. My hatred of my enemies is blind and unreasoning.
You really hate the people who ruined your restaurant.
So it's this dragon cult? Are we just
Yeah,
gonna say that?
dragon
Yeah,
cult.
it's the dragon cult.
Did
and
they
I
come
just-
into your,
I
like-
really hate the dragon cult, and I want to break.
Can you read it one more time so I can give me, have
Technically,
something
it's
to
the
put down
cult
here?
of the dragon.
Cult of the dragon.
Oh,
okay.
that's creative.
No. It's the flaw is number 4. My hatred of my enemies is blind and unreasoning. So you could just do blind hatred.
Blind hatred.
Makes sense. He likes to break things. He's gonna break things. I'm gonna wreck it.
I'm gonna wreck
Are you Wreck-It Ralph?
Wreck-It Ralph. Okay. So I mean, I could still see this character as either gender, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Do you want to roll for your trinket first?
Sure. Let's do the trinket. I don't remember what the
It's in with
trinket.
the weapons and equipment.
If
you wanna roll, I can tell you what you get.
182?
I have 150 or 160.
No, I can't memorize them all. Well, I probably will eventually.
I'm sure you will.
Eventually.
As I'm prone to do.
One what?
160.
Oh, 160. Yeah, okay. There we go.
There you go.
D100, right?
Yeah. Going for trinkets.
Go for that sock again.
Go for that sock.
I got the
I want
sock.
them socks.
Everybody needs a
I
sock.
want them socks. All right.
Is it a cursed talking
Hand puppet?
hand puppet?
Always.
54.
54. A candle that can't be lit.
A candle that can't be lit.
Damn.
Well, that's just
This
pointless.
damn candle.
It's magic.
adding to the character's rage.
Magic candles!
Magic candles. Okay. I guess so I guess I'll just roll a d6 and like
That is something that would be in TikTok. Like a candle that can't be lit. You're like, what the fuck?
why?
Well, we have a great idea for an April Fool's episode because guess what? We're not saying what it is right now. But April Fool's lands on a Wednesday.
Oh.
On a Wednesday.
Awesome.
April 1st, there will be a special broadcast.
We're not going to be here. Whoa.
It'll just be 3 hours of my cat.
Yes.
Actually, that'll get more views than we ever will, probably.
No. Because we have to attach a GoPro to his collar and have a camera on him. And he'll just sit there. The camera will never move.
We'll play D&D by
Yeah.
doing nothing.
Throw dice.
Okay, odds are going to be male, evens female.
And again, if anybody wants to chime in,
Male.
So you're male. Oh, yeah.
You're more than welcome
Is
to
there
chime
anyone
in.
else chiming in on
there's
any of
people
this?
chiming in.
Then what do they say about his...
Well, it's only Kale right now. But.
Well, that's
Hey,
people.
we like our candles.
Yeah,
That's person.
people. People are talking.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's other people in the chat. So.
Oh, okay. Anyone on race?
This is completely.
So
up
we've
for
got
grabs.
we've got a
We're
cook.
fools.
Yeah.
We're here for your entertainment.
Absolutely. It's all up to
Just-
you. I mean, it's not all up to you.
I mean, when we did some of these roles, which were nice, they give you guys a choice now. In this sense, we've got a cook here who's a soldier.
Soldier.
He likes his might makes right, which is ideal. His bond again is his company was defeated. His like physical company that he owned.
And he has hatred for the
And
enemies.
he has
defeated
blind
them.
hatred
And that
also.
hatred is already just.
And
yeah.
then he wants to he's strong and he breaks things a lot. And he has a candle that can't be lit, which seems like a bad choice for that character, but...
Yeah. Okay, so candle can't be lit. Roll says male. I'm gonna say he's a dwarf.
Alright, we got dwarf.
Yeah, let's just go for a
Dwarf
dwarf.
and
It's a pretty dwarf. I mean, like, this could also be half orc, but honestly, like, we don't have any dwarves yet. I think it's just,
We
and
don't.
especially with the cook thing.
We
I just
may
like-
not actually have a dwarf, because keep in mind,
Kale, I'm up for grabs.
this is... You're always up for grabs. You slut.
Ooh. You just got called out.
What? In the book.
In the butt.
Your washing machine makes like Inception noises.
It does.
I was like, I didn't realize it was on. And I heard that sound. I was like, what's happening? I wanted to like spin
my
this.
thing. Really. It comes up 20 every time.
No, I never roll 20s. It's all a dream. Okay, so where's dwarf?
If Darby ever says re-roll for any reason, we need to have the Inception button ready. Just so that can happen. It's like you roll 20. It was like, you actually have disadvantage and you can play the...
Okay.
That's what we need.
Dwarves.
The
18.
dun, 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 dun.
So off the bat, looks like just dwarves get +2 con. I'll just write that down. I still haven't chosen like which stats are going to be what. Dwarves are often lawful.
What kind of dwarf are you, actually?
I mean, he's got all this like hatred and anger. I mean, like, I wonder if like maybe he's like lawful good with some problems, you know? Like he.
No, I mean, sorry, like, are you a hill dwarf or a mountain dwarf?
Oh, that yeah. I'm still
That
learning.
actually,
Oh, okay.
I wonder if there's some definition
Let's
in
see.
that.
As a hill dwarf, you have keen senses, deep intuition, and remarkable resilience. The gold dwarves of Faerun and their mighty southern kingdom are hill dwarves, as are the exiled Nidar and the debased Klar of Kryn. These ridiculous names. Wisdom score increases by 1. Or mountain dwarf. As a mountain dwarf, you're strong and hardy.
You forget about the dwarven toughness, though.
Oh yeah, dwarven toughness. Hit point maximum increased. Mountain
Yeah, it's always
dwarf,
good.
you're strong and hardy, accustomed to a difficult life in rugged terrain. You're probably on the tall side for a dwarf, and tend toward lighter coloration. The shield dwarves of northern Faerun, as well as the ruling Hylar clan and the noble Dewar clan of Dragonlance, are mountain dwarves. Your strength increases by 2, if proficiency with light and medium armor. That'd be intense for a spellcaster, but actually, at least as far as the character feels, like,
You should probably be a mountain
the
dwarf.
one thing,
Seems like
I
mountain
have an idea.
I feel like the mountain dwarf
This
is
might work.
just much better as the meta
You
game
roll
is concerned.
for
Yeah.
your how tall you are.
yeah.
And based on how tall you are, that's what type of dwarf you will be.
Ah.
If you like that.
Well, I mean, the other thing is too, and I mean, it's not written up
I
as
want
a
him to be
stat,
super
unfortunately.
strong. Do it as a mountain dwarf.
But there is the Drugar in it, technically. And it's like, it doesn't
Oh, that's true.
fit perfectly, but at the same time, it's just like...
same issue that Drow.
I know they do.
Yeah, because they're all just kind of dicks. Like,
They are. But your guy kind of is a jerk right
Jerks.
now.
Jerks.
Jerks.
My bad.
Not pleasant people.
Cool. Not good company.
Male
No.
genitals.
They're not people. Dwarves
Yeah, you know
are
what?
not
I'm
people.
agreeing with you in that just like mountain
Just
dwarf.
ask them if
Mountain
they-
dwarf
Yeah,
is
I just
Joel, you
want-
should put in the
what-
chat if
what-
anyone
what-
has
what do
any
you-
ideas to add to these.
Turn into a 19.
Oh,
These
okay.
are just the rolls, but if people want to
Oh,
add
man.
more flaws, or
Actually, the highest is only a 14.
I can
then
add
there's just
those.
a 7 there.
Oh, it's a 7. Okay.
Yeah. We'll go with mountain dwarf. So it's a +2 con and a +2 strength. Okay. Strength. And the other thing doesn't really matter because it's just armor training and he's a fighter, so he has all of that. Ho-ho. As a dwarf, you have tool proficiency, with artisan tools of your choice. Smith's tools, brewer's supplies, or mason's tools. It's obviously brewer's supplies.
Brewer's tools.
Obviously brewer's
So if
supplies.
you actually have to
Awesome.
play this character,
He's the
Peter,
cook.
you just need to drink the entire campaign.
He's constantly drinking and eating angrily. So what is the alignment of this character? That's something to think about.
Kale's enjoying the direction you're taking the character.
Me too. Like I really want to play this character. Like even more than Check the Bar. Check would have been great just for all the puns. Check yourself, fool. But this character just seems great. But okay, so I mean, he's a dwarf, so it seems like he probably would be a bit lawful. Makes sense for this scenario because, like, lawful, he's just like very angry about this very specific group of people. Like, I just want to take them out. I hate them. Are we thinking? I mean, like, would he be lawful good or would he be lawful neutral? Like, I don't even know.
I think he might be lawful neutral.
He could technically be good.
It's honestly, I mean, he could be good. We have a lot of lawful neutral characters. That's the only problem.
I think he could be
I
lawful
think
good.
lawful
And here's
good. 'Cause,
the
I mean, he's
reason
in military
why.
service. He wanted
Yeah.
to protect his people. He wanted to protect them
Yeah,
from the
exactly.
dragon
Yeah,
cult.
lawful good.
It's not
He
like
hates
you.
the dragon cult because they're jerks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
you still, and then, I mean, metagame wise, and I'm sure this is very obvious for all of us, is that the dragon cult is evil. It's an evil element, right?
Yes. That's
so
why it's called Curse of
it's
the
very
Dragon, 'cause we
easy
don't
to
like
say that
these
you're still
people.
lawful and you want to kill these people
Yeah.
because
He does have a might makes right mentality, but he's basically just kind of saying, like, good is more powerful than evil. That's just like that's it.
Right.
and they're jerks.
In case you didn't understand,
I'm a member of the dragon cult. I'm the villain of this adventure. Come up with a better name.
Dang you, dragon!
Cult of the Drugans.
Drugans.
Oh,
Okay.
just a quick reminder. At some point, we do need to do all of our digital things and then throw it up.
Yes,
On
we mentioned that earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I need to finish that up. I'll get the written up info
Sure.
for the bard and get that written
Yeah,
up.
and most of mine's
need to
done.
find Did you find a good program for your PC to do it?
No, I found a edible one
Oh, good. Okay.
that I can just send to you. And
Perfect.
yeah. I'd say just email it to everybody.
Oh, okay.
And,
Yeah,
I put it in the chat with our chat log.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah,
I'll find it then.
I'll repost it. That way it's easier.
Once we get the
but
standard ones that we will be using for
back
the
to people who are watching and listening. If anyone wants to establish more to these background ideals, bonds, flaws, personalities that you feel that this character would love to have or you'd love to see him have, I mean, there's so many more flaws that can be included other than just blind hatred. That can also become fears, you know? Like in one of our campaigns we ran, someone was afraid of spiders. And it's great to actually establish and grow a character like that. So these are just the stuff we rolled in the book, and we would be more than happy to add more to that.
And we can do this
So,
later.
all right.
So if you don't chat right now, that's okay. You can just literally throw it on our Facebook wall and be like, hey, I thought this character would really benefit from this. And if the character hasn't been chosen yet, totally. We'll just put it in there and that'll be a thing.
Yeah.
That'd be
Something
cool.
I do like
That'd
to
be cool.
do,
I'd like to get
and
him.
I think it would work even better in this format is, oftentimes in adventures, characters will come up against the same monsters over and over and over again. If characters have series of bad encounters, like say every time a character goes toe to toe with an orc, he gets knocked unconscious. If you decide to take a phobia to orcs, I will work that into the game mechanics.
That is awesome.
That makes sense,
because-
and that makes sense.
That's
I've
awesome.
had characters get phobias to spiders and all kinds of stuff. I mean, just because it's like, oh, every time I fought this creature, I've almost died.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a problem fighting dragons, but show me a spider and I run. No, I'm not messing with those guys.
It's a swarm.
No.
Okay, so I've chosen the stats. It's gonna have 16 strength.
Is this with the bonuses?
Yeah, with the bonuses.
So 16 strength.
16. That's dex. 13.
13.
Dex.
Okay.
And then 16 con. 14 intellect. And then 7 wisdom. And then 10 charisma.
So he's not a charismatic person or that wise.
Nope.
Actually, maybe I should switch up the intellect and the charisma. What do you think?
I don't know. He's a cook. He doesn't have to be super charismatic.
Yeah, but at the same time, the cook is everybody's favorite guy in the company, right? I mean, well, actually, no, he doesn't have to be.
Well, he could be good
Actually,
with
he
the
does seem very grumbly.
Well, that's
so,
the other
like,
thing, though. He could still be good with the people, but he doesn't have to
okay,
go with
right,
other
real
people
quick.
outside
Also,
the
he's
company.
an old military veteran, so he's just like, he doesn't like any of these
I
cities.
kind of want him to have a dwarven shield or like whatever, or even just an apron. And in Dwarfish, it actually says "kiss the cook."
I think so.
I wanted to do that. I wanted to
actually,
have
never
that.
mind. Let's keep that actually because like he's not very charismatic. He's a gruff
The
dwarf.
book has dwarven script.
Oh,
It does, yeah.
I'm doing that right now.
He does.
Here, this is a
Yeah,
big,
what-
tiny sheet.
Oh, cool. What page is it on?
Do you want to actually be a super non-charismatic character but suffer a flaw of vanity?
Suffer a flaw. I like his flaw. I like his anger.
Well, I mean, no, we add on to it. We can still
Violent,
build.
angry
That's just
flaw.
what you rolled, but you could still suffer vanity in like your cooking or something like that.
I think he should have a real issue letting other people carry his burdens.
Yeah.
Where it's like he packs up and carries the entire kitchen on his back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think it means, and so he's and you know, a 10 is okay in charisma. It's
Yeah.
not amazing.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's where it should be.
The one that he's really bad at is wisdom. He's not a very wise character at that.
This character also will have bonus proficiency while wielding pots.
Excellent.
It's his proficiency bonus. Pots.
Good. That
And
makes
pans.
sense.
Pans.
Pots and
Pots and
pans.
pans. And possibly ladles.
I was gonna say ladles. Yeah,
Ladles
spoons.
are difficult
Don't forget
to work
spoons.
I don't know about spoons.
with. Spoons.
Come on now.
That's a pinch.
Turkey baster. Can you have proficiency in turkey baster?
I think that's
Do any
every
provisions exist in this?
I don't think
universe?
they do either, but it'd be great to have proficiency in it.
I don't remember. I remember
For
seeing
what?
that.
I think it's just
The
under
script.
dwarves.
I've seen it.
There was a specific place where it talked about languages, and
It's near
it
the
had-
races and age area, which you got to do too.
Oh, there's
Peter.
languages.
Oh yeah, got to.
There it is. I found it. It's on page
What's the chapter name?
122.
It's easier to find.
It's 122.
Okay. Well,
It
it's easier
is
to find in my
chapter 3, I think.
Yeah,
No,
here
chapter
it is.
4.
Here it is.
Chapter
1,
4,
122, chapter 4. It's got this full.
personality
Full
and
script sample alphabet, as well as Elvish and Dragonborn.
Yeah, I really
Forge
like.
Chronic.
I like how they included that. Gives those DMs who actually go above and beyond to
Right.
write that stuff out.
Oh, perfect. Dwarfish script. Hell yeah, let's do Kiss the Cook. How do we cross it?
Test session.
That's right, we're doing this.
Looking at Kiss like that, actually, like
And then I will be wanting.
Kale's going to bed. Hi, Kale.
Hi.
Sorry you live so far away.
Yeah.
I forgot to roll the random height and weight. So let's see.
Does it go right to left or left to right like normal?
I don't know.
It might say. I mean, I assume
Are you going to be an
it's left to right,
older
because-
dwarf too?
Why not?
Yeah, it seems
Yeah.
like you should be older.
I'll just do.
Is there a
left to
random
right.
thing for age?
No,
or
it's all by choice, but it does have a recommendation of where your age falls. Like for Dragonborn, for example, it says if you're at age 3 for a Dragonborn, you're at the same age as a 10-year-old human.
age. Dwarves mature at the same rate as humans, but they're considered young until they reach the age of 50. On average, they live about 350 years.
170.
146. We'll go with that. So let's see, base for Mountain Dwarf is 4 feet. Plus 2d4. Plus 5. So his height is 4'5".
Oh, I don't have height on here. Sex and gender. No, duh, those are the same things. I was paying attention.
He's 180 pounds.
And do we decide on if it's going to be a male or female?
That was male.
Male.
No. That was a brilliant idea about the dwarven script, sir.
And I'll think up a name at some point, but we can just move on to another character at this point.
Is there anything else you want to talk about the Battle Master in particular? What makes it cool and
Yeah, I mean,
why this would be interesting to see play?
Is there a subset of the... Oh, that is the subset?
This is the... Yeah, there's 3 subsets in the fighter class.
Nice.
And it's the Champion, the Battle Master, and the Eldritch Knight.
Dude, awesome.
The Champion is a classic kind of warrior, very gung-ho, dish out damage, and be able to tank. The Battle Master is about more fluidity and kind of giving out commands and having like the access to do kind of more dex-based stuff or more crowd control stuff or more team control stuff.
Which made sense, actually.
Mhm.
It would be, for this character, especially as this cook character, it would be kind of weird. Like, maybe Champion would kind of work, but still not as much, and definitely not Eldritch Knight, because that just, I don't know, it's kind of odd.
I'm a magic chef!
Magic ship! And instead, it made more sense in terms of, like...
Magic is MSG. That's all that you really use.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks.
Why is your food so addicting, Peter?
And so he has moves and maneuvers like rally, where he can rally other people.
gluten.
That's why he's so upset, is that people just keep asking him for crap that's just new. Is this beer gluten?
Yeah, and then the Eldritch Knight is it's a spellcaster and a fighter put into one, just automatically.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Which is cool.
So real quick, if anybody wants to know, and she'll hold it up to the camera, this is what Kiss the Cook looks like in Dwarfish. Oh, close? A little further in. There you go. So that's what Kiss the Cook would look like in Dwarfish. That's what we're going to put on either your
Excellent.
apron or your
That's going to be on his
Yeah, it's good to
character
know.
drawing.
on his character drawing. Perfect.
Yeah,
Kiss the
we're
Cook.
going to keep that. Yeah.
I'm going to keep that. I'm not
I like
quite,
the idea of
I'm
the
not quite
apron.
adept at
Keeps the
creating
apron.
scripts, so it doesn't look that good, but it's not bad.
Okay, so I think that's pretty much set. I'll think up a name later, but I think we can just move on to the next character.
Oh man,
Name
would be great for him.
should I read out the names that Lauren gave us for her character?
Let's do the
Yeah,
Ranger
we're-
last. We'll
we're-
do it. Yeah, we'll
okay.
talk about
I'm
that
almost
character
done doing her
last.
character sheet on a piece of paper,
cool,
okay,
cool,
so it's readable.
Yeah.
awesome.
So who's next?
That's it? Yeah, you are, I believe, next in the book, which is Monk.
Okay,
But let me clear this off. And
Yeah.
clean it up.
do we want to take a picture of
Oh,
it?
yeah,
yeah,
take a picture of it.
We
And then if
have
you can, like-
thousands of pictures in the form of videograph.
And then if you can like send that to me, then I can just like write up the character sheet
Yeah.
and stuff.
Just want to make sure I get a really good shot of it. Okay, 1 second. Hang tight. Oh, that looks perfect. Yeah, alright, I can send you a text of that.
Wonderful.
Wunderbar.
Oh wait, you can't, because my phone will not see it.
Oh,
If you could
got
like
it.
Facebook.
Oh
it
yeah,
or
no,
something.
I'll email or Facebook. What would be better?
Just
Facebook
put it up on roll.
Facebook,
Whatever.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
Put it
idea.
up on our page so
Put it
people
as
can
a-
look at it.
Yeah.
I love it.
That way it's a quick access while we make our official PDF character sheet of it. We're going to need a different rag or something of some sort because the colors.
Yeah, we'll get it. They make rags specially for this,
Yeah.
as well as a special cleaner. Okay.
All right, who and what is next?
I believe Joel is next, but we got
Yeah,
to
do
do
the
For
this
some
second.
reason, the chat on like the iOS version or something is just atrocious. I don't know. I'll see if I can get a program that doesn't suck, but it just seems to not update properly. like at all. It's really stupid.
What's the problem you're having?
It's just it doesn't like the chat. If I do chat only, then eventually, like Kale was like, "Can you see what's going on in the chat?" And I was like, "Fine." And I was there, and nobody apparently people were there. And then when I reloaded the chat, people were gone. So I don't know if people are texting or not getting anything.
Well, yeah, I wasn't getting anything either. And
Okay, good. You're using the
the
Android
only person who was talking was Kale.
Was Kale? That's what I thought. Okay,
Well, yeah, whatever.
that's fine. It's all good.
I can't get it to the chat only version, which is what I wanted.
I'll see if I can find an app.
Well, I had it earlier, but now it's not.
Okay, so we're doing Monk-tastic. Alright, I've been really excited to make this character for one particular reason.
So what kind of monk are you going to make, Joel? Is it going to be a kind of fighter monk, a stealthy ninja monk, a kind of magical monk?
It's going to be kind of a magical monk, because one of the things that I've been wanting to work specifically is the new monastic trainings, which are the
Way of the Four Elements.
the way of the four elements. So yeah, and it's hard to say exactly. Oh, perfect.
Is that what you're going to go with?
On here too. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm going.
So
with.
I'm going to put that here then.
Way of the four elements, which is. Roll with us, and let's do a little post photo with that done. Fighter is complete.
Race. Age.
Oh,
And
much better.
weight.
Okay.
Let's do sex. And height. Class is already done. Stats. Let's do stats next.
Nah, looks like they don't have on the app, but no worries. It was working pretty well. And you were noticing nobody was.
Yeah, no, I got it to set the chat only now. So
Yeah. It works pretty well, but it just seemed like nobody was. Anyway, but we are making a monk. So here's the idea that I really wanted to go for, if people are interested, is basically the idea is, if it is, you just, good old classic. Oh, good, Darby's on it. Is I love Avatar. Not the James Cameron thing.
He's lying.
Shut up.
the James Cameron thing is not.
James Cameron thing is not Avatar, and he took the name away when whatever. That's an argument for another time. Regardless, I love it. I think it's amazing. And then
You do love
no
the
James
James
joke,
Cameron thing.
You do
Not
love
the James Cameron.
You do
Sorry.
love James Cameron.
the last Airbender, Avatar, and on top of that, Legend of Korra, which actually got way more amazing with the new season. Thank you, Brian and the other guys. Anyway. But here's the best part, is the description of the way of the four elements, and I'll put it up on the screen so you guys can read it too, which, if you know Avatar, The Last Airbender, and that universe that it inhabits, it's ridiculous how, perfect it, that's basically what they made this character. So, way of the four elements. You follow a monastic tradition that teaches you to harness the elements. When you focus your ki, you can align yourself with the forces of creation and bend the four elements to your will.
Copyright infringement.
Yeah, really. Using them as an extension of your body. Some members of this tradition dedicate themselves to a single element, but others weave the elements together. Many monks of this tradition tattoo their bodies with representations of their key powers. Commonly, yeah.
They aren't even
They're
trying.
And
They're
that's
saying,
okay.
they're just saying,
You're awesome
this is
for not
Avatar.
trying. You're
Awesome.
like, do you want to make an Avatar character? Do it.
Do
You
it.
can
Yeah.
totally do it.
It's like, that's great. That's great.
I was like, love you guys. So thank you so much. So that's basically the idea behind it. So I'm leaving it up to anybody who wants to say, you know what? Joel's going to be a firebender. Awesome. I don't care. I'm totally okay to be the avatar, but I kind of didn't want to do that because that's I don't know.
The way the powers work is you don't. There's no way to require yourself to be a specific element.
Yeah.
In fact, there's not even any benefits to sticking to one element.
Yeah.
There's no. You can only get this ability.
Oh,
once
I
you
thought
have
there
this
was
ability.
a. Oh,
Nope.
okay.
It's only level and.
Because I
stats.
thought you get more stats if you stick in one, then you get more points to increase the level of that spell.
No. You
Yours
just
is
get
different.
key points as you level up, and then you can use them for the different abilities. So there's no benefit to it. You can do it from a roleplay perspective, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm down to do it from a roleplay perspective, and if anything, maybe there might be stuff later on that I could use that would not be element based for my key points, so that would be fine. And for those of you who are saying that it's pronounced chi in the book and in D&D, it is ki. It's key. For some reason, they decided to
it's
change
key.
the name of it, so it's pronounced key.
Well, because they're two
not
different
ninjas.
things.
Yeah.
They are two different things. That is true. So, thank you. Anyway, so let's roll. Do some stuff. All right. First, my race. I'm okay to do random, which might work. Or if you guys think that I should be.
Well, if someone else
to
wants to make a recommendation for race, that's fine.
Yeah,
if we're gonna do it random, let's have someone who's watching
again,
choose.
anybody you can put up race,
Anything.
sex, anything, stat, whatever you. Except for obviously the
We'll roll the stats. That
the
you
roll
can see.
stats.
Yeah.
Everything else, you can just be like, hey, he's going to do that. That's fine.
You know what would be interesting? Halfling.
A halfling.
We do have a gnome. We haven't gotten a halfling yet.
What others have we?
We don't have a half elf yet. Half
Yeah, I
elves
was also
are
thinking
Actually, a half elf.
I like the idea of a half
really
elf.
I was
well.
feeling that.
Okay.
That's actually what
I
I was
think we should
initially
feel that.
thinking, and then I thought halfling just because that
It's-
sounds interesting.
And to be honest, it's like the idea of an old and lost art.
Nobody's yet. But yeah,
It
that
feels
that
like
feels
that.
like that would be really
Shadow
cool.
than us.
Oh, really? It says there's like 4 people, including us. But that's fine. But
It increases charisma by 2 and one other ability score by 1.
okay.
And monks, from a metagame perspective, monks use strength and dex.
Yeah.
But still, oh no, you get 2 other ability scores are increased by 1, so you get a +4 to all your stats,
Wow.
or altogether.
As an elf.
Yeah,
As
or
a
half
elf.
Oh, half elf.
You get a +4 total bonuses. So you get 2 to charisma and then 1 to 2 other stats.
Nice.
So you 1 to strength and 1 to dex.
Oh, that's handy. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Up to about 180. Half-elves share the chaotic bent of their elven heritage. They value both personal freedom and creative expression, demonstrating neither love of leaders nor desire for followers.
I was gonna say
Dude,
no
that
love.
totally
For
sounds
a
like
second, I
love.
thought you said no love, and I was like, "What is this, Star Wars?"
Yeah.
They are.
Frickin'
They
Jedi.
are.
So I see the way this works in terms of like the level breakdown and how you're leveling. It is true that there's just like different elemental disciplines that you take on,
Yeah.
and you don't get a whole lot of them. So like if you wanted to get all of one element, you'd kind of have to focus on it. But it
See,
doesn't mean
that's the funny thing
you
is
can't
that
have
you
just
don't-
multiple different ones.
But that's the
You can
thing
do
is
that.
I'm pretty sure I read that if you do focus, it is a benefit because you can't get all your key points and get the highest level of that one element unless you actually spend all of your key points. Now you can switch around anytime you want.
Well, no, the higher
After a
level
level.
ones just required you to spend more key points to activate them.
And you only get a limited number because at some point the key points stop accumulating.
Yeah, it is. It's the
Right.
disciplines that
a
really
cap.
limits.
Think of them as
Right.
key points are kind of like spells per day, or
Uh,
spells
right.
per short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just what you're limited by is the disciplines. Where like third level when you take it, you get one discipline. You get elemental attunement,
Yeah.
which is just kind of just role play stuff essentially.
That's just it.
And
right.
and then one other discipline of your choice.
Of that choice, right. And
So
then
basically
anytime
you can
that
only
I-
choose one.
yeah.
So it's like I guess I'll do the
Yeah,
fire.
whenever
one
you
or the air
learn a
one.
new elemental discipline, you can also replace one elemental discipline that you already know with a different one. So
Yeah.
it's like, well, if I'm fire spec, and then it's like, oh, cool, you got to level 6, and you can choose to get ice, and you're like, cool, I'm gonna go with like ice, and I was fire, but I'm gonna go with earth now, so I'm earth and
Yeah.
ice instead, so I can switch it around, which is a little weird, but you know.
And it seems, I mean, actually, at the end of the day, a max level monk of this order of the Way of the Four Elements can only have a total of basically
12 key points, right?
like five disciplines,
Oh.
and those are like different like spells of like fire, earth, water, whatever. So it's like you only have 5.
So we did get a mention from somebody in chat. If you choose Tiefling, you can choose to be a Firebender. Firebending Tiefling, because Tieflings have an inherent resistance to fire.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That makes sense.
I like.
Fire tiefling.
I like. Okay, so we'll go with Tiefling. Okay, cool. I dig it. So we've got a second Tiefling. A Tiefling character we can choose from. That is if we're going to be a Firebender.
I think honestly,
I like that.
Fangs of the Fire Snake is such an awesome ability.
cool.
Yeah.
What is that
Okay,
one?
so Fangs of the Fire Snake is one of the early ones you're supposed to take. When you use the attack action, so you just attack with your fist, you can spend 1 key point to cause tendrils of flame to stretch out from your fists and feet. Your reach with your unarmed strikes increases by 10 feet for that action.
Whoa.
As well as for the rest of your turn. So if you use a key point to activate it and a key point to flurry, you get 3 attacks, all that reach 10 feet.
Wait,
However,
and here's
still,
the other thing to
still,
consider.
Still, it's like at the same level, starting off, you can also do this Fist of Unbroken Air, where you do a ton of bludgeoning damage and knock them 20 feet away from 30 feet away.
That is
basically
awesome.
you do like a force punch. Basically, you're pretty much doing like a Jedi force punch thing, and just like.
All the people in that area. I do like the Fire
But
Snake.
then when you hit, you can spend an additional key point to do a d10 of extra fire damage.
And
and
here's the other argument, because it says for the rest of the turn, it doesn't say your turn, so arguably that since it still goes on, you can use reactions and still have the tendrils going.
Yeah.
So that means you can still make multiple attacks. with it.
I believe
if somebody
everybody's,
could, if I
everybody's
can get an
action
attack
is
of
considered
opportunity.
the turn. For the
Is it?
in the way it's written?
Okay.
I believe so. I can double check.
Usually it's a round is a...
Well, yeah, that would be for the rest of the round.
Okay,
it's
yeah.
his turn.
Oh, that's
his turn.
true.
Okay, yeah,
That's
you're right,
true.
you're right,
His
you're right.
turn, his
Oh,
turn,
yeah,
your
you're right
turn,
then.
and then the round.
Okay.
But it used to be your action in the turn, your action in the turn, and then it went to turn, round.
Well, it would...
I love the water bending stuff. This is pretty funny.
It says
You
for
can
that
make a whip
action as
made
well as
out
the
of
rest
water
of the
to knock people
turn.
down.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
You can turn
his
water
specific
into like
action.
a wall of
But
ice
it's
to block
specifically
off
designed
like
to
range
work with
attacks.
flurry.
Like super
Exactly.
cool. That's like total.
No, this
Avatar
is
stuff,
why
too.
like I'm not saying you need to vote for this character, but I really want to play this character. Just being a bender would be the coolest thing ever.
Troll him and make sure he
sounds
doesn't play
really
this.
Shut up! Actually, I am excited to play if we choose her my Aboriginal. She's awesome.
I do like the Dreamwalker.
She's
I
really
really
cool.
like the idea of the
So I'm
Dreamwalker.
really excited for all these characters. Anyway, okay, cool. So we'll talk about my spells and abilities later, but I love the idea. So we're gonna go with Tiefling for this, and we'll be a Firebender, and then maybe I'll just who knows? Maybe if it just works out later, I'll just try to learn to do Discipline of being an Airbender at some point. But I think Firebender primarily just sounds like a lot of fun, so that'd be really cool.
You can do fireballs. That's pretty
So you're a
cool.
tiefling. Do you want to figure out your age and weight and sex and height now, or do you want to push that off for a little bit?
Let's push it off for a little bit to let people make a decision if they want, because those are all totally optional.
I say we go with your stats then.
Let's do stats.
Because it gives more people to look at
Okay.
background, personality, ideals,
still
bonds,
3.
flaws, and the trinket's more of the book.
Yeah.
But if you guys can think of a cool trinket, we'll take it.
So as a
Yeah,
note, what is it?
Oh, it's 4, right? And I choose
Oh, pet rock.
4 lowest, and you take the highest 3.
So tieflings.
So you're gonna want this.
Tieflings increase charisma by
Or
2.
I'll write them down on the.
No,
you
I'll
you
do
use
it.
that for you, and I'll put them on
Charisma
the
by
board
2
so
and
people want to see
Intelligence by
it.
1. So
All right, so we got very nice.
17.
Ooh,
Wow.
beautiful. That's a great roll.
So
That's a great
if you want to
start.
put down that tieflings have a +1 to intelligence, +2 to charisma.
Okay. I'll put it on the side.
Oh, very nice. So that's
15.
15.
Jesus.
I'm feeling good about this. All right,
All right, there's your 2 primaries.
going. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, wow, that was definitely
8.
That's bad. 8.
Hey, you know, that was the lowest one I rolled for my barbarian. All the other ones were high, so
Good.
See?
Okay, that's good.
15.
That's good. 15. Very nice.
this might be our strongest character rolled on the stream that we've shown so far. I think there might be an exception to that.
9. Oh, wait,
12.
12.
Yeah, there is one that's a little higher that isn't finished.
Ooh, very nice.
16.
Oh.
I don't know. That could arguably be the strongest character that exists right
Whew.
now.
That's a good character.
And what were you saying? Tieflings get what?
Plus one
plus
intelligence, plus
one.
2 to charisma.
Plus 1.
Int.
It doesn't seem to have
Int
any. It doesn't
plus
mention anything about like the
2.
spell casting like
Let's
stats.
do.
Like for casting
Monks,
spells. With the monk.
I don't think they have one because they're not actually casting spells. There's no resistances or anything.
But some of these disciplines actually do have you like it basically says spend 2 points to cast Thunder Wave.
right, those ones they don't have a chance to resist; they have a chance to dodge.
Oh, okay. So,
So
they
they
just
dodge,
dodge
they
that
take half
entirely.
damage.
Okay, so they're just avoiding that. There's no spell casting ability.
There's no resistance rolls. Or no saving throws. It's all dodge.
Yeah, being a monk, I honestly, you're gonna put 17 in dex pretty much.
You want to have Dex, and Wisdom also really helps.
Yeah,
Wisdom helps
Those are
you.
your 2 main stats.
Those are my 2 is Dex and Wisdom. So I'm
Well,
gonna
Dex
do.
and strength because you use strength for damage.
No, can he substitute? Can he substitute actually?
Oh, I am a monk. I believe monks do that.
Dexterity and Wisdom do add to your armor class. Those are
Oh,
your
okay,
primary
never mind.
armor
No,
yeah.
you know what?
classes.
His strength is a saving throw stat. It's not It's not a primary stat.
You might
That
have
was
to
my
use it
mistake.
still for your damage, but
Oh,
still.
and it says you can use Dexterity instead of Strength for the attack and damage rolls
Okay,
of your
so
unarmed
there you
strike and monk weapons.
Where does it say that though? Martial?
Martial arts.
Oh, okay, yeah, that means
that's
that
for
applies
every, That's
too,
for every
yeah.
monk.
Oops, my phone went to sleep.
And that's at first level. You get that.
But you have to use. Remember, when you do that, you have to be unarmed or you have to use a monk weapon.
Yeah.
If you don't, that does not apply, and you have to use a strength.
no
bonus.
armor, no shield.
Got it.
Only monk weapons are unarmed.
Yeah. So your dex
I'm
and
down for
wisdom.
that. I mean, if I'm a firebender, I'm just using fists.
Just use fire fists. That's it.
I could do what is it? What Zuko does? The fire blades. He basically puts his hands out like this, and then little burning fires just come
Oh,
out,
man.
and he does this.
Oh,
And it's like
man.
awesome, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so sick. Okay, so I'm probably going to go with what was it? It was gonna be. I think the Hermit was the best one.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for this one. Yeah, Hermit, because I did Outlander for the other one, so this is Hermit.
You know, I think Charlatan would probably be the best.
Oh
for
yeah,
it.
Charlatan, totally.
So
No, entertainer.
So, Hermit,
Oh man, no Charlatan. That's
so
hilarious.
you have a roll for the.
I kind of want to do that at some point. Like my next character, just be
Charlatan.
completely backwards. Everything's
Nothing
backwards.
makes sense.
So what's
We're
your
all
roll?
mad here.
You want to do your roll for the hermit?
Yeah, let me do my roll for the Hermit. Okay, so
Ratchet, we
let me
hear
see.
you.
Life is really good. You know what? Let's just roll for a lot of these because this sounds like a lot.
Well, that's what I kind of like is still, even with people coming up with ideas, we'll just add on to them. Like
Right.
the same idea. We'll still roll for the book's sake, and then if someone comes up with an additional bond or an ideal that the character sounds cool with it, we're just
Yeah.
going to add it into it right away.
Dig
So
it.
it just has more detail to it.
Okay.
It creates a stronger backstory for
Did you
it.
get the app back on?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I think the person left, sadly.
Oh dang. Well,
We may
hopefully
have,
they
we
enjoy
may have not. It may have not
gotten in there in
gotten in
time.
there fast enough.
Yeah.
I've lost interest in left.
God, that's the worst part about the delay, man. People just lose interest, and it's like, well, give us time, we'll get to you. We're not
Well, I
gonna
also
forget.
don't know how long it was sitting there. I wasn't sure how long before I looked
Oh,
back
okay.
down.
All right, so we're going to do a little roll off here for my life of seclusion. So let's see why I'm secluded. 8. I was a pilgrim in search of a person, place, or relic of spiritual significance.
Exposition.
Yeah, basically. Let's
Sweet.
just give you whatever you want.
DM fodder.
Yeah, DM fodder. You're going to have a lot of fun with that. I'm down for that.
Pilgrim.
Suggested
Perhaps a secret
characteristics.
treasure that somebody has a map for.
So
I
can
know which one
do
you're talking about.
My personality trait, so we're going to roll for that. It's another 8. That's a 2. I'm utterly serene, even in the face of disaster. Ooh.
So serene.
A very calm
I am spelling
firebender.
S-E-R-E-N-E, correct?
S-E-R-E-N-E.
Good.
Exactly. Serene.
I still know how to spell, guys. I swear.
Serene like that. I'm terrible at spelling, so here's one up on me. All right, D6. That's for ideal. That's a 6. Self-knowledge. If you know yourself, there is nothing left to know.
Ooh.
This guy's very interesting. I was not expecting this as my character, but I'm digging it.
He's an airbender.
Dude, basically,
He's
right?
a tiefling airbender.
He's a tiefling
But
airbender.
he ended up being fire.
He ended up being fire.
Air combusts.
That's true.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. I
You need air for fire.
I could be combustion.
You
based.
technically need air for fire.
You do. Combustion Man.
Sparky
Boom Man. All right.
Can that be your name, Sparky Boom Man now?
That would be amazing.
Just be
That would be
Sparky.
so good. Just Sparky. I like that. Sparky.
What was that name?
Sparky Boom Man.
That's his full
Sparky,
name.
Sparky Boom Man.
What
Sparky,
is this, a font?
Sparky S Boom Man.
Sparky S Boom Man.
What's the S for? Sparky. No, I mean the S.
Sparky?
So your full name is Sparky Boom Man?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mario, Luigi.
After
Mario.
my after my uncle
They were
Sparky.
so lazy they couldn't even come up with a last name.
Yeah.
Or I guess if you think of the other way, they couldn't come up with a first name.
It's true.
What do you roll for?
I got 4 for Bond. So this is, I entered seclusion because I love someone I could not have.
Because of your monastic tradition or something.
You're a Jedi.
What was what? Just
Fire
in defense of them calling the Mario and Luigi Mario, they are called the Mario Brothers. Mario would be their last names.
It's
Mario,
true.
Mario.
Yeah.
I agree with
Mario,
that. But
Mario.
still,
Mario,
the fact that
Mario,
Mario, really? Really?
And Luigi Mario.
Yeah. Luigi Mario I'm okay with. I was
Flaw
always
2
okay
is
with.
dark. He is still there.
Oh,
Yay,
it's dark.
We're happy.
Cool.
I got it. Flaw 2 is dark.
Flaw 2.
Is, like make him, I harbor dark, bloodthirsty thoughts that my isolation and meditation failed to quell.
What's
Nice!
Anakin Skywalker the monk?
Yeah.
They killed everyone. The women. The children, too. You mean younglings.
Wait.
That's what we call them.
Wait, so if I get this straight now, you left because you couldn't
This
have a
is
girl.
great.
So is her name Padme?
Her name is
Stab.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, no, her name is Padma.
Padma.
Oh.
Yeah.
Padma.
There's no
Copyright.
umlaut on it.
They're watching us at work.
They're what?
They're watching us at work.
Oh.
The person.
Oh, the
I think
person?
I think possibly the one person who's watching.
Nice. Keep watching. We're playing.
That's great.
And then the last thing you have to roll technically is a trinket before your age and all your other
that's
stuff.
right. Okay.
Because the trinkets. So just
I
roll your.
gotta bookmark things. I'm so
Well,
sorry.
let's leave it up to them. Maybe they'll have a cool, ridiculous trinket that they want to
What
browse
was it?
through.
160? No.
It's in the equipment. It's 160.
Oh, I was just
Okay, so we're
past.
gonna go to.
If you want to leave trinket up, because I think in regards
Okay,
to the
I
age
got
and all
it.
that stuff, that's unless someone wants to throw it out, you can just roll for it.
Yeah. So, well, actually, while they read this page, and then sadly, there's another page here too that you might be able to read. I don't. Who knows? Maybe you have the book up yourself. I want to do these.
Your stats. Let's do it.
Yeah. So, I'm a mug, so I Dex should be my highest, right?
Yes.
And I can. Do we verify
Well, unless-
if I can?
Yes.
Yes,
You
you
can
can.
use your attack, damage, and your armor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As well as
Dex
wisdom.
and wisdom are super important.
Okay, so Dex will definitely be 17.
Okay.
So I'll do Dex. I'll do Wisdom as 15.
Okay. Are you sure? Because you do get these bonuses. Did
Oh, you have a
consider that?
16.
Oh wait, what
Oh,
is
you
this?
do have
Oh,
the 16
it's
there.
to charisma
And intelligence.
Intelligence.
You might want to make.
You might want to make the 16 your.
Just saying.
Just metagame wise, you might want to make your
16
to your wisdom.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do 16 to Wisdom. You're right.
Because you get these bonuses that you're not
Oh, God,
applying
that'd
yet.
be amazing. Then I'll do 15 to intelligence.
So here, let's do this
Yeah.
and this.
So 15 to intelligence.
So that makes it a 16.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Move forward.
Okay, and then I kind of like having
Strength,
charisma.
con, charisma.
Actually,
To be honest,
12 should be charisma.
I don't know. You might.
No.
It's from what your character sounds like, being dark and having this really hard time with even meditation and stuff like that. You might not have a high charisma.
Charisma is also kind of like force of personality, though.
Yeah.
And
So
I
you
mean,
can't
you would
make-
have a 10 combined even with your 8.
What about my constitution though?
That's your health and your hit points.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a battle monk, you probably want to have a relatively high stat. You probably want your 15 into it.
But my strength doesn't really factor into a lot of stuff. So
And you can put
Well, your strength is climbing up walls.
it
Yeah.
still
It will
It will
requires
factor
you to
for
do.
some. For some.
Okay, all right. I'll
ability
do.
checks.
I'll do 8 as
Metagame wise, that's the
as
thing though,
charisma.
because it does
Then
turn
it'll
to
be
a 10.
So that's
Yeah,
actually that's just
what I was
moderate
thinking.
charisma.
That's just moderate charisma.
Yeah.
I'm basically Zuko at this point. It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm loving it though. All right, so I'll do 12 is Constitution and 15 is Strength.
I was gonna say the other way, but that works too. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, you know, if I'm going to be a battle monk, you're right. Yeah, that's a good idea. So 12 as Strength and 15 as Constitution.
Those stats, man.
These are beautiful stats.
Jesus Christ, that is quite a stat block.
Damn, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Okay. Do we need a... Yeah, we need a focus. And focus. That did not focus. And...
Man, why didn't I roll a
focus.
65 on the trinket?
Don't ask me how it focuses that way. It's just a dumb camera and I can't manually focus it. So, cool. So, we got trinkets at this point. So, if you guys saw anything in the trinket list that you like, let me know. But in the meantime, I'm rolling percentile.
A nightcap that windborne.
Well, why don't you
gives
do
you
your
plus
height and some of the other basic stuff that doesn't
Oh,
really
okay.
matter.
Yeah,
This
sure.
is very
Your
angry,
height and
burning,
weight.
passionate character. Oh.
So, tiefling, right? So they have a different height matrix, I guess.
Which one?
Suggested trinket 27 or trinket 100.
Oh, let me see those.
I need to see him now too.
Shard of
suggested.
obsidian that feels warm to the touch. That makes a lot of sense.
Dude, that's pretty
A
awesome.
metal urn containing the ashes of a hero.
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay, so tieflings got a very interesting... Okay, so base height is 4'9", and then height modifier 2d8. So... Alright,
What's the
that's
10?
10. Where's the 8?
That one, I think.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
I think.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Alright.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm gonna be tall as frack. Okay.
I also think 24 is good for an avatar.
So I got a 6 and a 6.
Stone, multicolored stone disc.
So that's 12.
That's a whole foot. So whatever the base is in there, you're just adding a foot.
Wow, so... Oh, well, he's already kind of short to begin with, actually. So I'm 5'9".
So total?
Its base height is 4'9".
Yep. So you're
So
5'9".
I'm 5'9". So 5'9", and then my pounds is... Now, what do we do for the weight again? It's different. It's like...
Oh, so keep that number that you just rolled,
Okay.
So yep.
That's
So
12.
keep that there, and you get
12,
What's
and then
your
you, and then you
2d4.
then you roll 2d4 and you multiply the two together.
Okay.
12 times 3,
12 times 3.
36.
36, and now you're adding 36 to the base weight.
Okay, so that's 146 is my base weight. So I'm
146.
146 pounds. All right. So, you know, that's I'm pretty
A
fit,
lean
I
dude,
guess.
yeah.
A lean dude.
Well, yeah.
So I like the suggestion of
Damn
the
it, I
shard
wish
of
I
obsidian
could
that
just-
always feels
I like
warm.
I
the
just wish my
obsidian.
weight in real life could just be the, what do I want to be today? Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
I like the
I choose to
obsidian.
re-roll that stat. That'd be
I'm gonna
amazing.
re-roll that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the
Good times.
obsidian too. I think that's a. That's
Oh,
a,
hey, Phil. How's it going?
Oh, hey.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hey, Phil. How's it going?
I won't say hi.
You bastard. Hey, did you guys ever finish that last night, just real quick?
Yes, we did.
You
Yes.
did?
So,
you get the
okay,
gold?
so if,
No.
if you're not familiar, there's a game called Payday 2, which we played and sometimes is streamed.
Yes.
We were doing a mission in that's called
Framing frame.
Framing Frame.
Oh,
And we were doing it on the
Christ.
highest difficulty,
Not pro job
Yeah,
though.
that.
not pro, thankfully.
Yeah.
And we just basically did the last day. We must have done it
20 times.
well close to 20 times before we finally completed it.
Which was just us two in the
And
end.
did you
who
just
completed it.
leave, or did you get the gold, too?
No, we didn't get the gold. Just
I just left.
get out
We
of
got,
there.
That's what I
and we
would've
only
done.
got like 157,000 experience.
The experience was garbage.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, it was
I-
was...
Well, here's the thing, though. The bonus to that is essentially you can get a 50% stealth bonus if you do all day stealth.
Dang.
So it's the highest one you can do for a stealth bonus.
But
And then you do that with a fire starter?
The other thing about that one is that one's about the money. If you complete
Yeah.
it and you get all the gold, you get the most money.
Yeah.
Oh,
With
wow.
the exception of train. Anyways, back to
Okay,
D&D.
so
I second Slash's motion of the shard of obsidian that always feels warm.
yeah.
One
to
of the
touch.
things is
That's cool.
while everybody has been planning out what attributes they're going to take later, which is like the monastic tradition, you don't get that to level 3. So having something that is a way of explaining how you do that was good.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so who recommended that?
Oh, that was X.
Oh, excellent. Oh, thank you.
So what number is it?
Going with a lot of your
27.
options here. This is good stuff.
Shard of obsidian.
Shard of obsidian that is warm to the touch.
I'm just gonna put shard of obsidian.
Shard o obsidian.
Shar o obsidian. Obsidian.
What was the item that the chef got?
Okay, I think
remember.
I think my month is done. Is that correct?
We took the, we
Yeah, we
did,
rolled
and I
for
took
it.
the picture.
Remember what he got?
It was 50. A candle that can't be lit.
Oh yeah,
that's
a
right.
candle that
That's
can't be lit.
That was a random roll.
So let me.
A 1-inch cube, each side painted a different color.
Okay. So
What color am I gonna wear today?
I just want to make sure we're done with Mr. Monk. Right?
Let's leave it up for a second. If anyone wants to, no, because you still need to do your age and you need to do your sex.
Oh,
So
right.
don't take a picture.
That's
You're
right. I
not
haven't
done.
done that. Okay.
I can
So-
see the sex being either.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see the sex being either. That'd be interesting.
I think a roll
okay,
unless there's
so-
a suggestion again.
Do we want to
Suggestions
do
are always over
half and
rolls.
half?
Yeah, half and half.
Okay.
If it's a roll.
So do a D6. What do we
Why
decide
don't we
was the
do it
lowest high?
towards the male side, just because we already have a female tiefling?
Oh, good point.
Oh, we have 2 of them already.
We have one. We have one female tiefling. So
So we'll do 60-40 or
60-40 seems good.
60-40. Okay, so 6 or... Wait, sorry. 3 or above is...
Yes, 3, 4, 5, and 6 male.
Yeah.
1 and 2 female.
Yep.
Got it.
There.
3 and above. It's a female.
Man,
The fate
so
said that you should be a
silly.
female.
Nice.
So saith the dice. But again, that can change if you guys want to. I'm down.
Yeah, they can change it. We can't.
Cool. Yeah, we can't. They can. All right.
Just ignore where I'm writing things.
And then we need age. How do we calculate age?
It's
You don't.
Well, you should flip to your book. Flip to back to your character race,
Oh, okay.
and it tells you how your ace rages in comparison to humans. That way, you have an idea of how it works. And there's no random roll. You choose your own.
You age at the same rate as humans, but you live longer.
Where are the two?
I want to say they live to be 150. Okay. Tieflings mature at the same rate as humans, but live a few years longer.
So, not probably much.
They just live a little longer because of their demonic blood.
Keeps them alive.
Okay.
So it's up to you and how you think how old this character would be.
I kind of want to say like
Kind of young. It sounds like.
I kind of say like young, but not too young. Like
Yeah.
like
You're in
just
your
old
mid
enough.
20s or maybe even 30s.
I was thinking like mid 20s. Yeah, would work well.
31.
Sounds good.
That works for me.
All right.
I can work with 31. I'm almost 31. Perfect.
Cool.
All right. So we have our female monk. I have
Yeah.
not had a chance to think of a name.
2d6 works pretty well for a middle-aged character. 'Cause
Yeah.
you just take whichever one's closer to that middle range, and then add the other number 2.
Oh, nice.
So you end up
That's
with
pretty
2,
brilliant.
3, 4, 5.
I dig it.
3, 4, 3, 4.
Right. And
Take a
then,
picture. It'll
We're gonna
last
have-
longer.
shut up. Okay.
It literally will.
No, I get it.
You could chisel it into
Boom.
stone. Then it'd last a really long time.
That would actually last longer, probably.
Oh, man.
Than the picture.
It's such a I love the quality. It's just perfect. I can read off all that. And
What
I'm
other-
I take photographs of my schedule every week at work, so you can zoom in, you can read everybody's schedules, figure out
Yeah.
who I'm going to be working with. I mean, it's great. It's great. Modern cameras are awesome.
They are. All right, so I'm posting this up right now. And
Again, add suggestions. None of this is set in stone, or things can be added. It can, in regards to the flaws, we can keep adding more flaws or add more ideals to the character. It just adds to richer backstory and character development.
Mm-hmm.
So up next, we have the Paladin. Pally.
So,
Pally.
Joel, you didn't get the opportunity to hear the talk we had about this paladin.
Oh god, there was a talk?
We had a talk.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because me and Mike were just basically reading through. Neither of us had really looked at the Paladin class in detail before. And so at first we were looking at the fighter class, and we were just kind of like getting a feel. And this is when we were deciding like which of us was going to choose which
You
class.
might want to move your stuff.
And when we read through Paladin, ended up learning about some very interesting, pretty cool changes and just styles that were made in terms of the class, and kind of like opening it up for not just kind of, I feel like in previous editions, Paladins have just been like, so you're a lawful good character. And it's like, okay, not everyone did that, but like you really had to kind of like, every description basically said like, so they're lawful good characters. And they're lawful good characters. It's a lawful good character. And it's like, And this, I like that there's a lot more wiggle where it literally has like different orders of paladins or oaths, sacred oaths, and it's kind of like the different archetypes that all the classes have, like different oaths that are literally focused on, okay, here's your lawful good, here's your neutral good, like clearly laying out neutral good. Here's one where they just straight up say like it's neutral or lawful neutral. You're just kind of a renegade, like this kind of like on a mission from God kind of like vigilante type character. It's very interesting. It's cool.
That's kind of dark for a paladin, but that's awesome.
No, I would say that one, the Oath of Vengeance, is lawful neutral. I follow God's law.
Exactly.
And honestly,
And
we talked about it. A good character that's already been established that kind of follows that is, if you've seen Hellsing, Ultimate, obviously, and I mean he's in the other one too. But Alexander,
Yeah,
he is that. That's the
Alexander's a
perfect example
great
of that.
character.
And it's just like I am the hand of God, and I wish I could just be something destructive that brings righteousness. And this character is that person who just brings
There are
that.
orc paladins?
Sure.
Yeah, I like
But
when they just start off with a half-orc paladin.
I just like that artistry
it's
right
just
there.
a great
Whoa.
voice.
As soon as
That's the
Oh,
thing with
oh.
half-orcs, is they try to find ways to be accepted, and
Right.
under the eyes of a god, every race is accepted.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. All right.
You didn't choose to be created, but your devotion to me will be bless you with my power.
Unless it's race lore, the god of racism. Race lore is a bit.
If you speak his name, he gains power.
No, I'm sorry.
It's like race lord. I was like, so you mean Adonai, right? It's like, what the fuck, man?
Oh,
Is there actually? I've always wondered. Is there biblical God in like the gods?
You can.
pantheon?
I mean, like there is different religions. Like this one has the Celtic religion, the Roman, and the Greek, and I think a Native American religion.
That's awesome.
What? Cool.
Dude, I want my god for my Dreamwalker to be Native American in some fashion.
Bear. It's
Bear. My god, bear. Bear what? Bear.
Bear. Deal with it.
Bears.
Greyhound.
Bears. Beats.
Deities of Echo.
Battlestar Galactica.
What's
Oh,
happening?
it's Norse. I'm sorry. It's Celtic, Greek,
Michael.
Egyptian, and Norse. Are the
Michael?
ones that this book specifically has. But I mean, if to be perfectly honest, one of the things that's always bugged me about Dungeons and Dragons and the pathos that sort of developed in culture around it was the Christian right and their hatred of it because of the idea of witchcraft and demons and things and them being worshipped. And if you wanted to, and you're a fervent believer in Catholicism or Christianity or Judaism or Islam,
Among many
whatever
others.
religion you happen to have, you're more than welcome to take D&D and put in your own deities and have a campaign where you're working to further that deity's causes. You could be a group of clerics of Jesus going through the land trying to convert monsters to your religion. Whatever. I mean, that's the whole point.
I never thought of that. I mean, I always that would be an interesting campaign.
I've played ones where you've been religious zealots out to convert the world.
Right. And well, I mean, the other thing is like, regardless of your religion in the real world. I mean, these are imagined worlds, so it's like it's not. It's kind of the whole point that it's not real. It's like we are imagining this. This is not real. So it's like it's kind of hard to be blasphemous when you're specifically saying this is something that is not true.
And so, Phil, to answer your question, the previous one was a tiefling, the monk. The paladin. Do we have a race we want to
We
do?
actually have not decided on it. We've only
have
come
a
up
race?
with. We just talked about the concept of what we kind of want the paladin to act like. It's.
Are you doing the
we
kind of
still don't have
flamboyant
an
paladin of
I
light?
think
I
of
feel
the
like that should
flamboyant.
be an elf
I think
think-
it should be
yeah.
a halfling.
or a
Ooh.
Oh, you're right. Actually, that works way better. Halfling paladin. Yeah.
Background and trinkets.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the will of my god!
Or he even has like a really deep voice, but he's a very short little halfling.
I mean, yeah, you do a
By the light of my god!
you do a Lightfoot halfling, so you get that bonus to charisma, and then you can stealth behind things that are larger than you if you need to. And then halflings also have the nimbleness where you can move through the space of any creature that is a size larger than yours, so you can run between the legs of larger creatures to get to more dangerous enemies. Flamboyant halfling pally.
The power of the light will not stop before you! He just runs through their legs.
He goes where he wants.
I think-
cannot stop
I
the
think I'm
forces
just
of
gonna
good.
put that down already.
Yeah.
And plus you're lucky. You can never roll a 1.
So you're already
On
set
a
for
D20.
halfling, lawful good, I'm assuming. We're already just lawful good.
I think the first thing I will start
Then you
with.
have a saving throw against being frightened.
Oh my god! He's a champion of good!
I'm gonna borrow your dice.
Yeah,
Peter.
borrow.
Okay,
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay, if for some reason anyone responsible for the creation of this edition is watching this in the future, thank you for making halflings an acceptable paladin race.
Yeah, thank you. This is great.
This is pretty amazing.
This character's gonna might
Oh,
be like
wow.
OP.
Oh, I get one
Never
more.
mind, but he has crap rolls.
Something.
But that's fine. Okay.
6, 7. Off to a great start. These are
Be great
Peter's
if
dice.
all the rolls
These
are
are Peter's dice.
They are cursed.
3,
They're
5,
cursed.
6. Peter, your dice may be cursed.
Would you like a new set of dice?
You know what? Let's do that. Because if all his stats like that, this character will be only played by a
It's
troll.
the joke character. Another one of my joke characters. I would play
Your
him. I
joke
would hella
characters are
play him.
amazing. Never make fun of them. I mean,
I'm so excited to like
make
this
fun of
character.
them because that's the whole point. But never be upset.
I would so play this character. I'm already excited for what they make.
I'm excited for all these characters.
The symbol is a 6.
Okay, so that's a
Oh,
6.
these are way better.
That's already 11. Is this also a symbol?
also a
6.
Okay, that's 17.
It's a lot better.
You want to use this, or you're gonna
That,
write?
I'm
that
just
makes
gonna
that makes the
change
low stats a little more tenable.
Yeah, it does.
The other one too.
Like low intelligence, low wisdom, but just a super high everything else.
They go everywhere. And no, there's the other really low one.
Oh my god.
That's another 4. That's a 4.
Oh.
He's just a brave champion of.
This is the exact opposite of last time. Super high stats.
I'm gonna throw for 2,000 yards.
That's
There's
11.
2.
That's 13.
Okay, 13 is alright.
Not bad. Sucks you
2,
can't
3,
like
4,
take
5.
away from these numbers and add to the other ones.
Theoretically, they let you do that in other editions,
They do, I know.
but it's a
not
bigger
this one.
penalty than
Yeah.
anything. 10, 11. Wow. This poor
The 17
halfling
still needs
paladin.
to be charisma, though. You need to have, like,
Yeah.
massive charisma junk everywhere else.
17 charisma.
So what's the bonus for?
He'll be basically our,
Okay,
our
so-
politician. Like, he'll just be talking to everybody, but he's not really...
Oh, so for halflings specifically, you
Not
get
good at
a
anything
plus 2 to dex.
I'll heal you! No,
And then,
not today.
Depending on what subclass of halfling you go with.
By
you
the
have
power
different
of the
bonus.
light, I'll save you all. Don't no.
No, please don't. Just stay back.
So Lightfoot gives you a bonus to Charisma, and Stout gives you a bonus to Constitution. Halfling Lightfoot lets you hide behind creatures of a larger size than you. And then Stout you have advantage on saving throws versus poison and resistance against poison damage.
Maybe he should be stout. He's gonna be a very brave character.
Yeah, really.
Let's see.
No, because I don't get poisoned at a certain point as a paladin.
Actually, you're immune to disease.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
You
Okay,
still-
so I
you
can
still
still
take
get
poison
poison, yeah.
damage.
So I can still
Yeah.
take poison damage.
Or actually, I don't know if you're immune to disease this time. I know you have the Lay on Hands, which cures disease.
No, I think I am in a later level.
Which oath were you going to be taking? The Oath of Ancients?
No, the first one.
Devotion. Honesty, don't mention.
I think I'm going to go stout.
Divine Health, 3rd level, divine magic flowing through you makes you immune to disease.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with stout, so +1 to con.
So you use strength for your attacks and charisma for your spells.
So say that again?
Your strength is for your attack and damage. Your charisma is for your spells.
Ooh.
You don't really need intelligence, wisdom, or dexterity because your dexterity is compensating for your armor typically. So
Yeah, so I can have low dex.
You can be
yeah.
with the super low
Exactly.
dex tiefling.
So my charisma, I think, is going to be the 17.
Phil slow claps for bad rolls.
Huh?
Phil slow claps for bad rolls.
It deserves it.
Oh man, I wish you were here doing that.
Yeah, no, we're not.
No, we're not doing
We're not doing a
a
build-up, we're just ending it.
No build up.
17. You said my other one's strength, right?
Yes. Well, strength is your strength. You want strength over charisma, because strength is your attack and damage.
Strength.
Charisma is
Strong.
just your spells for saving throws. It doesn't.
Okay.
It's based on saving throws. It
But
doesn't.
it's funnier for the
But he is more
character.
charismatic at that point. He can persuade people to do things.
Good point.
But metagame wise, it would be more.
He'll be the
it'd
heart. He'll be the heart and soul of the team. You can't get mad at him. It's by the light of goodness, oh you.
Just let him believe that he can do something. That's so sad.
He's the best character. He has to be like this, like flower of chivalry. and I, Sir Footington, am the light of chivalry, the very flower of chivalry. I shall defeat the mighty dragon with the power of good.
You know what you are? You're Sir Benimus. from Labyrinth. You're Sir Benimus.
The
dog.
As a playable character, he
That's
needs to
totally
have
what you are.
17 in his strength.
That's
He really
amazing.
does.
Yeah.
As a playable
otherwise you're gonna
character.
have a 13, and then because you got a 13.
Yeah,
right?
so
That's
the
not-
13 goes to charisma.
Oh.
But the thing is, once
He won't be
levels up-
playable. He will die. He will
Burns.
literally die
Yeah,
in the
he
first
would
Still
campaign.
going to. He's gonna die whichever
No,
one you do.
because he
Look
can
at all
wear
these links.
because he can wear armor to compensate.
You could dex with
Darby is
you
right
could dex
about
11.
that.
You could dex 11.
No, I can dex 4.
Yeah, if you
got
if
a
you put
con
the 4, he
11.
gets a +2 to his dex. That 4
Oh,
turns
he
into
does.
6.
Yeah.
You
So
got
I do
con
7
11
to
or
6,
something.
yeah.
And then he
So
gets
I
a
can
+1
do
to
this
con.
and this.
Oh, so that'd be 12
that's-
con if you
yeah,
do
he
that.
needs to do 12 con because he needs to have hit points.
Right.
And then intelligence and wisdom.
Yeah.
And when the thing is, when he gets to
this would
level
be a
4,
7.
he can put +2 into
Wouldn't it?
charisma.
Be a 9.
We're doing that later.
No, it's a 6. I chose.
Yeah.
Oh, you chose the 4?
6.
He chose a 4.
Oh, no, I
you
chose
chose
the 4.
the 4.
Yeah.
Oh, he chose the 4.
All I have left is a 6 and a 7.
Oh, I got it.
I don't think it really matters
Yeah,
which
no.
one goes to which.
7 wisdom.
Actually, wisdom is for your like perception abilities, like your insight, your ability to read somebody's. So you may want to go.
So
with
you
the
want
7.
to 7 on int.
Yep.
He needs to be not perceptive at
I am with Peter on that one.
By the light of God.
I will smite thee.
The bonus is the same. But, yeah.
That's a merchant, dude. Oh. Well, he looked
I will
really
butter the
shady.
toast of your malfeasance.
That dragon is as small as a mouse. He's as small as several large buildings, dude. That's about as small.
He's just really
A
far
giant
away.
mouse.
It's called depth perception.
He's just very far away right now. He's far away, and he's going to come closer. Look at how tiny he is. We can beat him. We can fight him.
I can
With the
squash
power
him
of
with my
Belize.
fingers.
Seriously, I just want Sir Bedimus. That's all I can picture at this point. Like, I have sworn to my duty to not allow anyone to pass this bridge without my permission.
Yes. He's Sir Bedimus. Yes,
So,
Sir Bedimus.
I love it.
So at level 4, he gets the stat bonus, so he can add 2 to his charisma if he wants, or 1 to strength and 1 to charisma. So the charisma can go up over time.
Yeah.
The pally has no attention span at all. No. For flaws, we just put ADD.
Can this paladin ride a tiny pony?
Yes.
I want to ride
Yeah.
a tiny pony.
Tiny
I
pony.
believe he
Build a
gets
pony.
a mount.
Does
at
he get a
certain
pony?
level.
I might.
I'm sure he gets a free mount from the frickin' church.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm going still with the noble
Yeah, I think
background
that
because we
was-
don't
I mean,
have
that
that,
used to
and it
be a
makes sense
thing.
anyway.
Yeah.
It's just
I thought there.
Oh, noble background, I think, has a mount. You're right.
Oath of Devotion. That's what he is doing.
Phil said that he has no attention span, thus the ADD. So
Yeah.
Phil created the ADD archetype we have now. I mean, the ADD persona.
Did he
we've already
text it
set
to you or
up.
was it in the chat?
It was in the chat.
I got disconnected from the chat.
Ah.
Devotion.
No worries. I can just
Yeah,
read
let's
it.
look at the noble.
That's what the background's going to be.
Yeah.
Pretty positive, like 90%.
Oh, it has to be.
Yeah. Because
He's probably-
one we don't have a character with a noble background, and it kind of he needs something for him.
Right.
So people need to at least respect him because he's wealthy.
That's a good point. Respect for the wealth.
It says that actually in this book. Like the characters treat you well because they know you're from a good background.
Oh, got it.
Now, you may not be the favorite.
No.
Favorite in the
Oh, you
family.
certainly are not a favored.
Yeah, I imagine what you'll probably do rather than casting
you can be a
spells
knight.
is use Divine Smite a lot, where you burn your spells to
A
do
noble
damage.
knight
Yeah, you could. There's a variant of a knight
for personality, or for what?
for background.
Oh, just knight.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be the straight noble, but there is also, but there is a variant noble, which is the knight, and then your variant feature is you have retainers. You have 3 retainers loyal to your family. They can be attendants or messengers, or
Or
one might be a
cooks.
major domo or cooks.
Where do you see that? Oh, there it is. Very noble knight. There.
Yeah, it's at the end. It's just a different kind of noble. It could just be. I mean, it's just like a small change, but it does seem like he's an
I think he should
aspiring
start.
knight.
I think he should. He should just be from a wealthy family, which is why he is such has ADD and just does not care about it.
You're right, because this is
'Cause-
assuming that he actually is a
Yeah.
knight. Maybe he's just aspiring to be a knight. He wants to
Yeah.
be a knight.
He's already wealthy and all that
Guild
other
artisan,
stuff.
maybe?
Guild artisan.
No.
This character, he's not very smart.
Yeah, that's Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
or dexterous.
Or
He's not
dexterous.
good with his hands.
Well, let's be honest. It says here nobles are born and raised to a very different lifestyle than most people ever experience, and their personalities reflect their upbringing.
I like it. I think we might want to go with noble.
He's not very smart or very wise.
But
or
he
very
has a lot of
dexterous.
money.
He has a
But
scroll
he has a
of
lot of
pedigree.
money. So the family just kind of like went along with his whole knighthood thing.
And wanting to
they
become
wanted
like
go with. And they
spreading
sent
the
him
word
off.
of I don't know. We need a deity for him at some point.
Whatever goes.
Yeah, well, we can do that right now, actually.
Yeah, we need a deity.
So-
Actually, that's
so,
something special
uh,
to this character, which
yeah.
is
So
a deity.
we're using Greyhawk deities because Greyhawk is the original,
Where's the noble?
as well as the subhuman deities.
It's
Slash
acronym.
says
Oh.
having noble with human retainers would be interesting.
Oh, there it is.
Indeed.
oh, with human.
So he's a halfling who's waited on by humans.
That would be hilarious.
What?
Now you do have to be the knight. I think you do have to be the knight
Let's
and
see.
have those human retainers. That would be hilarious. You're a halfling family, and maybe like the family are those guild artisans.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And he's
that would work.
the son who wanted to be a paladin, and he's just like,
Okay, so I am a
Wait,
huge
wait,
fan.
X-Slash has some good ideas here. I like
I'm a
it.
huge fan of Pelor as a deity. Pelor is the god of sun and healing. I believe the cleric's a cleric of Pelor.
That's what we need. That's
but,
it.
Radiance,
but
light.
There's also Cord, god of athletics and sport.
it's It sounds to me like Paylor.
There's
It's Taylor.
Fultus, who's the original god of light, the god of light and law.
Ooh, I like that one, maybe.
Okay.
What is
And
Paylor
then
again?
Paylor is the god of sun and healing.
Ah.
And then there's
That could be handy.
Fultus is light and law, and then there's
only
Rao,
one
god of
healer
peace
right
and
now.
reason.
Yeah, but I mean, this
Well,
is just a
Druid can
deity.
heal
He
him.
could still heal, but it's just what you follow God in regards to ideals, and so like his
Yeah.
flamboyancy, like healing
Yeah.
doesn't sell it as much, I think, as the law and
Yeah.
the light
Oh, and
aspect.
I like that.
Heronius, god of chivalry and valor. His symbol is a lightning bolt.
Ooh.
Oh, I kind of like
Chivalry
that one,
and
too.
valor.
Chivalry and
He's
valor.
the knight.
really.
But then he could take the
Yes.
chivalry background. There is a chivalry background.
Oh, is there?
There is a
I mean,
chivalry.
we got
or
that
charlatan,
knight-
sorry, charlatan background.
Charlatan. Yeah, that's not.
That's
That
not.
doesn't-
That's the
that's
opposite of
that
chivalry.
Yeah, it's the
That's
exact
complete
opposite.
opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought there was a
what you-
chivalry.
what you were
but no, I was
looking at-
confusing it with charlatan.
What you're thinking of is basically that noble variant background, which is the noble knight
Right.
who has the human retainers. I think we're on.
There's
something.
also
Right.
Acolyte, but I think Noble's funnier.
Noble is absolutely fun.
Yeah. So we are for sure doing a background of a noble, at least. We know that. But we need to figure out what kind, if he's going to be a knight, and it sounds like that's going to be the popular choice here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Heronius, Paylor, or Fultus. So Heronius' symbol is a lightning bolt. His suggested domain is war. Paylor's symbol is the sun. Is the god of life and light.
Ooh, life and light?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Those are the suggested domains. Life and light. Sun and healing is his domain. He's the god of sun and healing.
For Paladin, there's no real domain stuff, but
I
that
know,
is good.
but it's-
That is good just to get a feel for the.
Fultus
Yeah.
is the god of light and law. His symbol is a silver sun or full moon partially eclipsed by a smaller crescent moon.
Interesting. I don't know how you would artist read that.
It's
Does it just look like a
silvery
crescent?
sun.
What do?
Okay.
Oh, a silvery sun with a crescent moon over it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. You mean Islam? Islam? No, that's not the symbol of Islam at all.
Are we still using hex split?
I still think
No, we are not actually.
Okay.
Hieronius, god of chivalry and valor.
We're
is pretty
using
cool.
HD game
Yeah, I think
capture,
Heronius.
which is made by
Oh,
Elgato.
Heronius.
Heronius?
God of
All
chivalry
one
and
word.
valor. I think that's.
That's going to be this god here?
Yeah, I think that just judging from the way he's being written so far.
Especially for this like knight of like this kind of like flower of chivalry like noble knight scenario, like that would just that would be
I had to
great.
reset my chat.
So, how do you spell it?
Would you read off?
Yeah, it's right here. HEI.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I know it's just a long one.
I-
They're all pretty long. RON
RON
EOUS.
EOUS. And that is. He is.
Erroneous.
Erroneous, and he is the god of.
Chivalry and valor.
And actually, I just realized that his name is pretty much. That god's name is pretty much erroneous. It's just the word erroneous,
Erroneous.
which just is like a kind of inside joke, which is great.
Okay. So Slash is saying that the retainers are supposed to replace the feature position of privilege.
Yeah.
Which is so the position of privilege is thanks to your noble birth, people are inclined to think the best of you. You are
Yeah.
welcome in high society,
Yeah.
and people assume you have the right to be wherever you are. The common folk make every effort to accommodate you and avoid your displeasure, and other people of high birth treat you as a member of the same social sphere. You can secure an audience with a local noble if you need to.
See, yeah, I didn't think that actually worked as well with the character
No,
as
this-
having
yeah.
some human retainers.
I think the
that
human
it's actually
retainer-
better. So
yeah.
I think that's a better
So I
idea.
think I'm going to put a noble knight.
So the retainers I will generate as NPCs unless we end up with player characters who are suited to being his retainers. For
Right.
example, the cleric.
Yeah, like maybe
Oh,
the
yeah.
cleric, maybe even the cook took a job.
Yeah.
you know,
he took
as
a
cook.
job as the cook for the guy.
I kind of like if that.
And then you could pay him a wage.
His character.
I'm
actually,
essentially the one who pays for everybody to go on this erroneous journey.
That's my favorite. Is that even if we don't use his character, we could use him as just a trope,
So-
like a thing.
He's
well,
all
it's,
of-
all
it's
of
so good. It's
the
too
idea
perfect not
that
to have him
all of the
somehow.
unchosen characters are going to be in at a point in the adventure
Oh, cool.
as a group.
I like it.
So I'm going to work them all in.
Very nice. Okay, cool.
I'm
So
just-
they're not like.
I'm working on two
pointless.
different ways to do
So,
it.
well, here's one thing. If our character dies, because I'm guessing it's a really real possibility, are we going to pull from the pre-made ones, or are we going to make a new one
We're
first?
going to pull. Well,
Depends.
depends. I mean, if for example all of the healers ended up in the group, or if all the I don't know.
It'll be hilarious. We don't need a healer. Potions. Just give us more access to potions.
My point was more that if for some reason we needed to roll up a new character, we would roll up a new character. But largely we're going to pull from the pre-made characters because it's a little more interesting.
Cool.
This guy is amazing, whether not played or not.
This guy's looking great.
Yeah,
So
no,
we
I
haven't
love
even
it.
we haven't even done any of like the ideals, bonds, and flaws. But it sounds like honestly, like you might want to just look through the noble background and just pick the ones that work. Like
Let's
It's
go.
like-
yeah, let's
'cause
go.
it feels
Do
like-
you want to
feels
put it
like
up
you've
there so
already
everyone else can
set
see
up-
it? I'll do the sex, age, height, and weight while people go through that online then. For his personality, ideals, bonds, flaws, and then we can choose a trinket or
Maybe put down
roll
feature
for-
retainers
Yeah.
as well.
Oh yeah, for here.
Yeah.
Second, I gotta do this page 127. He's got two pages technically, which makes it a little confusing, but
Yeah. That's the worst part with the 2 pages. And for
For
some
some
reason,
an
I
urchin
can't
yet.
get
It'd be
it.
interesting to see somebody have
Yeah.
an urchin background.
I was thinking
Right,
of like
so
maybe
the
the
next
character
personality.
might be an
So if you
urchin.
guys want to review his personality,
I might do
Or
that
like
for the
sea
rogue.
lash.
If we do that for the
Ah.
rogue, we could maybe do that.
So he does the X like I do my X.
Yes.
Pronounced with the Z. Xanatos. Z-lash.
Exanatol.
Xanatos.
Exanatol.
Xanatos. Slash.
The
So
ones that look to me like they're most promising for this character are pretty much like 1 through 4. Oh, actually 1, 3, or 4 essentially.
So one thing I'm going to point out, and that we kind of talked about, and I think we're going to let it flow, is that we're not going to put a sex to this character. This character is going to be like any of those animes or any you've ever seen where you don't know if it's a
Super
boy or if it's a girl.
androgynous.
Yeah, just androgynous. You
It's
don't
very
know.
androgynous.
Yep.
androgynous.
So what
It's
are
Pat.
you?
Then I think 1
I am
for
a paladin,
personality.
I'm
Your
ferocious.
eloquent flattery makes everyone you talk to feel like the most wonderful and most important person in the world.
Oh yeah, that kind of works really well. Oh, super kitty.
Hey.
Humble shopkeep. I bow to
Androgynous.
you.
Do you know how to spell it,
gracious-
Peter? Because my spelling is terrible. It's
Androgynous.
A-N-D-R-O.
ANDROGYN.
So A-N-D-R-O-G.
Yeah. GYNOUS. Androgynous.
I'm trying to think if there's
that's
any reason you would have to have a gender, and I can't think of anything.
No. Yeah.
I was like, is there a monster? I mean, maybe a succubus, but I think it works. I think the succubus and the succubi now work regardless of gender.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't.
the
I think
original
that's all
stuff,
taken out.
They did involve gender, but feline intervention.
In the best way. In the most fuzzy way. It's so fluffy.
So the other
I'm
thing that
gonna die.
and age, that's right. What are the? I'm guessing are the ages for the same for? Are they similar to humans? Or do they age
I
quicker?
think they age slower.
Actually, okay, yeah, personality would be either like 1 or 4. It's like eloquent flattery, or you take great pains to always look your best and follow the latest fashions.
So yeah, so
That might
halflings,
I think that might be the one. I think 4.
halflings reach are adults at age of 20. Generally live to the middle of his or her second century, so up to 150 years.
Oh, okay. Probably pretty young, ish. I would think, right? Not super old, because or else why would you be spreading unless you've been like doing this for a long time, which wouldn't explain the super low stats either. Explain more
So
of the younger
Make him like 30.
30.
It's like he was trained as a page boy and became a full paladin and is now off on his adventure.
I think you know what
Yeah.
he lived in his parents' basement. Not his parents' basement, but that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And his parents watered him out
Very
of the house.
lavish basement.
And this is basically what they like. You're gonna go.
Congratulations, you're paladin of
Yeah,
Herodias.
basically. What? Yeah, and they just wanted him gone. I think that's what I feel.
dead.
That's what I feel here.
Where's the height and weight table? It's on.
The beginning of backgrounds, actually.
Oh, okay.
121.
All right. Our halfling is plus 2d4. Oh, they're tiny.
They are tiny. That's
2'7" right now.
actually more like thirdlings.
Oh, they're smaller than gnomes in this one.
Oh
Wow.
yes.
Really?
Smaller than
Gnomes?
gnomes? Okay.
Good God.
Gnomes
David
are-
the gnome was fucking small.
So guys, are you ready for how tall this halfling is?
No.
I rolled the absolute minimum. He's 2'9".
Yay! This is the best thing.
He is now officially the shortest character.
I think my cat, just stretched out, is taller than that.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Possibly.
At least to tail, yes.
Yeah, to tail.
So 2, and then I rolled pounds. Oh, it's just times 1, so I'm 37 pounds.
Wait, 37 pounds total?
Dude, I could fastball special you all day.
I lift kegs on a regular basis that weigh like 3 times that.
Yep. Oh man,
This is so
I don't think I'm gonna
awesome.
ever be able. I can't wear heavy armor. This character's screwed.
No. That's the thing. You are so small, you will get
Yes,
bonuses to dodge.
No.
And, like,
But
not...
your armor is just lighter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
is. Yeah.
smaller.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
It's just the same thickness
He'll
and
get
everything
bonuses
else, yeah.
to not be hit because he's so small, right?
No.
No.
No?
No,
They used to
no.
have
I don't
that.
think they have small. So there's no bonus to AC for small
Oh, I
creatures
thought they
anymore.
used to have that.
They did in 3rd. They got rid of it in 4th,
Oh.
and then they just kept it gone because it allowed for too much metagame BS.
Yeah, we're like, you can't hit me, I'm so small.
You know what they have?
Hmm.
They have lucky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
they're lucky.
can't roll a critical miss. I mean, it's like the same idea.
That's not bad.
I mean, yeah, it is. You have things that are representative of those kinds of bonuses. I mean, you still move slower, base speed of 25, so you move 5 or you move 1 square less per round
round,
than
yeah.
everybody else.
Right.
Um,
So, are we ready to do a roll for...
Well, yeah. Unless people have come up with great ideas, or Peter was looking through them too. It's
I have suggestions that just kind of work. I mean, because there are other ones, but they just, like, in terms of the character that you've already kind of, like, made up in your mind and that we've kind of, like...
Well, we
Think
did,
would
number
be
one,
awesome.
we did number 1 for personality, didn't we? We, like...
I would say
did
1
we
or
honestly do
4.
that? Oh, what?
1 or 4, and you could roll between those, or just kind of make a choice because both of
Oh,
those
man.
seem great.
my elegant fire makes everyone I talk to feel like the most wonderful and important person in the world. 1 or 4?
Well, we can do a half and
1
half,
or
where
4.
we do
4
3
sounds
three
great.
I think
below is
4.
1.
so one
And
of
4
the
and
things
above
I
is
really
4.
liked was
We can
rolling
do that.
the bonds and flaws.
Yeah,
And then picking the other stuff because it's sort of
It kind of flows
I
after
got
that.
Yeah.
really lucky with how well that monk just... Because I rolled everything random.
except for the
except for
the,
one.
the flaw, which
The
is your
flaw?
darkness.
Oh, right. That's
This
good.
actually helps establish
Slash
the
came up
background,
with
I
a really
think,
good
for
one
it. So it's
for
roll.
that
Yeah,
one,
let's do the
Although,
bond and
although
flaw.
if we are going with that background that that Joel just suggested, where like basically living in the parents' basement, they send him out,
Oh, do
then
they
the
have
bond
that?
would pretty much be
Number 1, yeah.
I will face
But-
any challenge to win.
But I think
for
that's what's
roll by
great.
fifty.
I think that's great. We create a random
Oh, nice,
backstory
yeah.
now, and we'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Cool. I
Yeah,
So
dig
let's
that.
figure it out.
So let's do
bond.
Bond is
Bond and then
1.
flaw. Oh no, we're gonna roll for
No,
these.
Bond we already...
Actually,
No, you can roll. Yeah, I mean, you
Oh,
can roll
okay.
if you want.
I believe that this character just has flaw 1.
Just gets it. Okay.
Secretly
Yeah,
believe
that's
in
it works
There we
too
go.
well. I love it.
I secretly believe that everyone is beneath me.
Although, in fact, the world does revolve around me is pretty great.
Yeah.
Or by my words and actions, I often
I'll bring fame to my family. I think that one has to be rolled. It has to be rolled.
Oh wow. For Bond.
Let's roll for let's roll for flaw.
Oh, for flaw.
We gotta roll for flaw.
Maybe. Yeah, no, actually 3 would work.
I think if it doesn't work, we can re-roll.
Yeah, I think 4 is probably the only one that I wouldn't really see working very well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not
Because
bad.
3 would be funny, where like he'd say something really nice, and somebody would say something, and he'd be like, "Well, I'm going to be really polite to you."
1.
No,
I
it's
see
a
good
6.
that everyone.
No, that's
oh, that's
a
a
6.
6. That is a 6.
Yeah.
By my words and actions, I often bring shame to my family.
Get out of the basement.
Oh my god, this is so awesome.
A
You
fine,
need to leave the house and get a job.
Good sir, where is the nearest constabulary so I may report these criminals? I'm a woman. Good woman, where is the constabulary so that I may report these criminals?
Shame.
No.
to
Haha.
family.
You could have fooled me.
Aha!
You did fool me.
Ah,
All right.
perhaps grow out your hair more.
What
My
about
hair's
flaw?
just up in
Are we
a
doing
bun.
flaw next?
Ah. Perhaps lose some weight.
That was the flaw.
Huh? Oh, sorry, Bond. Are we doing Bond next? Are we rolling or are we choosing? Anyone saying anything yet?
For which one?
For any of these?
None of those yet, unfortunately.
I would.
But we have like a 30 second.
It kind of
It
feels
still
like it
seems
should
like
be one.
one.
It seems like this one. I mean, with number 6, it should be 1.
This one is just kind of there are certain things that just kind of work really well. Now with the ideal feels like that could be possibly just rolled.
Okay, so I'm gonna put 1. Do you say 1 for Bond or for Bond, Darby?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could roll that if you want to. It could be.
Any
You can
challenge.
make changes.
They all kind of work. I think one works best.
Yeah.
I will face any challenge to win the approval of my family.
So I'm just put approval.
I'll make Dad see how cool I am.
I'm gonna start my own adventuring company.
You should be trying to.
Me and my retainers are gonna show everybody how cool I am. Come on, retainers.
You should be seeking.
He only refers to them as retainers, never by their name. Retainer 1, 2, and then there's Blue.
Well, me and my retainers didn't like your party anyway, right, retainers?
He should be seeking. He shouldn't be seeking the approval of his parents. He should be seeking the approval of his great uncle,
Yeah.
who is like a folk hero or something.
The great uncle. Maybe he's just. I mean, like because they're nobles and they're halflings. Maybe he's just like a trader baron. You know, he's he's well respected throughout a bunch of communities. It's just like being kind of like one of the heads of industry. Like essentially, like he's got everything lock, stock, and barrel. I don't know.
So I'm like, oh god.
So are we rolling for ideal, or do I technically have an ideal being a paladin? Because I know there's ideals I have to follow.
No,
I can't
think
break.
you'd roll. I mean, I think really, it would probably be 1, 2, or 6, or 5.
I like 6.
It ended up being 3.
See, that's.
You want me to roll
I
again?
just prove that I can handle myself without any without the coddling of my family.
Oh, but then everything else you've chosen has
Yeah.
been like essentially
Yeah.
kind of like trying to live up to the family expectations.
Yeah, I think. Just get to roll again.
2.
Responsibility. It is my duty to respect the authority of those above me, just as those below me must respect mine.
Roll again. Take it.
Yeah.
That one works.
I mean, careful.
Maybe 5?
Blood runs thicker than water. I don't know, because he'd be kind of haughty about his family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Respect his duty.
I almost like 6, where he's like this is kind of like it's like this kind of like historical like this kind of
Yeah,
ridiculous.
6 kind of works.
I think 6,
actually.
especially if he's gonna have
it's good,
retainers.
yeah.
Because then he's like, no, Phil, I won't let you die. And he jumps in front of the dragon.
And there's still that like hint of kind of like just that kind of that noble haughtiness there of like the people beneath me.
You know,
Yeah.
I know we already did flaw, but to a parentheses to all of these, I want to add to a fault. Noble obligation to a fault.
To a fault. Shame fit with to a fault.
We did say for flaws
Approval
though
of
ADD,
family,
right?
To a fault.
And we said ADD.
Yeah.
ADD, yeah.
Did we do personality trait?
No.
We are just, that is the last one. Didn't we already choose personality trait?
I think we discussed one.
We discussed it?
I think you were talking about like I was saying 1 or 4.
1 or 4, that's right.
And
So
I think Mike was
we
saying
might
that
wanna
4
roll-
was pretty good, but
I think we might want to roll for that one, and we'll do a half and half. So 3 and below is 1, and 4 and above is 4. You want to do that, or no?
actually it would be 5 and above, right? It's a 1d8.
Oh, it's a D8.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Oh, okay. So it'd be, yeah.
Or
4 and below would be 1. 5 and above would be 4.
Although really you can just roll any even numbered die and just
Oh, that's true. Even and odd.
yeah, just
Pick one. So odd is 1. Even is 4. Let's do some.
Well, I'm looking. I'm reading them too.
Oh, okay.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
these other
well,
ones could actually
'cause
work.
1,
with everything
2.
else
I was gonna
he's
say
done.
1, 2.
8's kind of hilarious.
I think it's hilarious, but I don't know if it works for the character. Does it? I guess it kind of
Kinda
does.
does.
5 with the retainers would be kind of fun.
How about I just roll, and if it doesn't sound good, we just re-roll it?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Where's the 8?
There you go.
I think that's it.
Well, these are Peter's dice, and Peter's dice have been channeling his energy. So
Oh, yeah.
it'll choose the one that Peter wants, maybe? 2.
Kindness
Oh,
and generosity. He's always buying his retainers the nicest things.
I mean, he's decently charismatic, so that kind of works.
Do you guys...
Yeah.
I kind of think we re-roll that.
It's a bit more boring than the
Yeah.
other
Yeah,
ones.
that's what I was thinking.
He's really nice.
5.
Okay.
That's it. I don't like to get my hands dirty. No one.
See, I think that's funnier
That
than
works.
retainers.
That is great. Do it. Number 5.
Retainer!
All his money goes...
Clean this bathroom. It's filthy.
Retainer, prep the horses. Retainer, clean their hooves.
This is an outhouse, sir.
don't like to be dirty.
Well,
I don't like
the
excuses.
people deserve to have clean toilets as
That's
well?
right.
Wow. That means
Retainer, set up a bed in the
anytime I go to a city, I have to pay for the highest accommodations, basically.
Well, you're from a rich family, so
Yeah.
I have
you
to.
probably have a lot
the
of
group
money.
the group has to go into the shady part of town and visit this brothel or something.
Just like,
And
not
they're
gonna go.
I can't go in there.
That's
What does this
disgusting.
foul smell?
Ew, retainers.
Retainers.
He's gonna be out of like half the game because he doesn't want to do stuff most of the time.
So basically, you're Tyrion, but you're a super douche.
More of a tool, really.
More of
Yeah.
a tool,
This
yeah.
is quite a tool.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's noble background.
He needs a trinket
Who
now.
obviously doesn't.
Oh, the trinket.
Oh, the trinket.
160,
I have a
right?
bookmark for that.
160.
All right, where's those percentage dies? 10 and... What's your lovely trinket? It should be... Oh, I really hope it's the goldfish. The clockwork goldfish. It makes so much sense for him. Just to have this overly extravagant trinket. 59. A rabbit's foot.
Rabbit's foot. That
Lot-
kind of works.
Yeah, he's
Well,
lucky.
that works with a halfling.
Yeah.
That actually works
Lots-
really well.
But it's like a rabbit's foot, so it's like the size of his arm.
That's awesome.
It was a very large rabbit.
Well, he's just really small.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
so small,
It's-
so it's,
you know what?
so it's a
It's-
decent-sized rabbit.
It's like a buckler or like a what's it called?
Yeah,
Shoulder
it's
pad.
shoulder.
It's a shoulder pad. It's just one rabbit. There's a word for that. The one shoulder pad. What is
Pauldron?
that? Pauldron. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Oh.
it's a pauldron form.
Wow, you just ended up being the most ridiculous character I think so far.
There we
Trinket
go.
39.
I love this character.
Trinket 39 was also recommended. An empty glass vial that smells of perfume when opened.
Oh,
I like the rabbit's foot.
I like the rabbit's foot. I like the glass of perfume.
Mm.
Let's see here. A vest with 100 tiny pockets.
A receipt of deposit at a bank in a far-flung city.
Really.
Oh, you know, actually, also kind of works. A small wooden statue of a smug halfling.
This was my great uncle. I aspire to be just like him.
him.
You just look so smug.
So smug.
It's just the socks.
A silver spoon with an M engraved on the handle.
Glass vial filled with nail clippings.
What the hell is it?
Ew.
A tiny mechanical crab or spider that moves about when it's not being observed. What?
Why?
What? My favorite
damn
is
crab.
somebody at Wizards of the Coast was like, yeah, that seems like something that they would.
Oh my god. No, number
It's so
93. Can
specific.
you write this in one of the towns? An empty wine bottle bearing a pretty label that says The Wizard of Wines Winery, Red Dragon Crush, 331422-W. It's so specific. Now you have to have a winery that exists
Wizard
in
of
one of the
Wines
towns.
Winery.
Because obviously that's where I'm going to spend all my money.
This is great. An invitation to a party where a murder happened. Happened? So, like, you had the invitation, but the party already happened, and you were there.
Maybe you never went.
Maybe you never went.
I really should have gone to that party.
Oh god.
I think that what I rolled actually worked pretty well.
Yeah.
Other than the actual, like, tiny halfling.
Yeah.
That would be pretty. That would be pretty funny.
I actually liked Rabbit's Foot. I think that's just hilarious.
Yeah, especially when you consider how small the character is.
Yeah,
And he is technically lucky. He can never roll a 1.
Later, you can take that feat, get the feat that you get the 3.
Get the
lucky.
oh man.
Oh, help with those low stats.
Yeah.
Do an intelligence check.
I'm gonna take advantage. Okay, so that's it for that character.
Yeah.
So that just leaves the pre-rolled character.
Yeah.
Can we get a
Ranger,
photograph of
which-
that one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
let's get a
get a
picture.
photograph of that.
So for those not in the know, we do have a fourth player named Lauren, and she met with us earlier because she's taking a trip right now. So she won't be able to join us until the game proper. But she, met with us, talked with Darby, and made up some characters. So we're kind of like set on that. She made a ranger.
Yeah,
We're gonna
Ranger,
talk about
and
the
we
ranger.
have another one for next week that's half done. All the important stuff's done. So the Ranger is a female forest gnome ranger who
So
will
good.
become a beast ranger.
I might have to get a different
For
rag.
let's see, mechanically statistics, we had a 13 in strength, an 18 to dexterity, a 9 in constitution, a 14 in intelligence, a 9 in wisdom, and a 10 in charisma. So highly dexterous, moderate other stats.
She gave me the gnomes' names today.
Oh,
Hey.
It's a doozy. Because I guess forest gnomes have a lot of names.
all gnomes have lots of names.
This is ridiculous. I instantly responded like, perfect. It's okay. Let's see if I can. I'm just gonna butcher it.
Tigtone.
Tigtone. Tiflafane. Well, damn it, my phone.
Yeah.
Tiflafana Prixie Birchen Elysis Fulcor. Or Fana for short.
Pixie Birkin, Alesius Fulcor. Yes. Prixie Birkin. Is it Birchin? I think she meant Birchin.
Bircham.
Bertram.
Ridiculous.
Because it is birch with an N at the end.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Or just Prixie.
Yeah.
She's such a Prixie.
Well, and she's got that Tiflafana at first.
Yeah.
With a Fana for short, I guess.
Um,
Just pick a name, any name, because that's how gnomes roll.
Yeah. Alright, so she is 175 years old, which is a little on the older side for gnomes. And there's a reason for that, as we'll get into it and get into her background. 3'5", 41 pounds. For her skills, she ended up with medicine, religion, animal handling, survival, and investigation. Her favorite enemy is kobolds and gnolls. She has the natural landscape attributes of the forest. The character she created specifically does not speak much common. She speaks Gnomish and Kobold, which I'm not sure if kobolds have their own language. I believe in this edition they just speak Draconic, but it doesn't say. So when we find the monsters manual, and she has another language to be determined later. But she's a hermit whom forest gnomes live in a sort of secluded village wherein the homes are sort of built in the forest. They're built, far away from each other so that everybody has their privacy. And unfortunately, like many of other characters, she suffered the horrible trait brought on by the cult of the dragon. Her village
They
was
just get
raided.
around.
And she
Ruined
was,
everyone's day.
Yeah, they were looking for something specific, and she, as the raid was being fended off, she found her husband slain, or dying rather, clutching an indecipherable map, which was her trinket that she found. And I'm going to go over some of her personality stuff that she rolled. For her life of seclusion, we had 4, which was she retreated from society after a life-altering event, which was obviously in this case her husband being murdered. We have let's see, personality trait was also 4. She feels tremendous empathy for all who suffer having lived through so much emotional turmoil, she is sort of on the track to understand what everybody else is going through and understands that everyone's suffering is legitimate. Ideal was number 5, live and let live. Meddling in the affairs of others only causes trouble, wherein she's part of her hermitage, being out and away from society. She just believes that everyone should get to do their own thing, live their own happy lives. Bond was 1. Nothing is more important than other members of my hermitage, order, or association. In this case, her gnome village, which has been greatly weakened by this horrible assault. They live deep in the forest, which is why her natural landscape is the forest. She spent her life as this ranger of the forest. Flaw is number 6, which is I like keeping secrets and won't share them with anyone. This is sort of plays into her un-gnome-like distrust for others, where she wants to be the typical happy, inquisitive gnome, but has a hard time doing it because she's had so much go wrong in her life, where she's very much closed up, but she's trying to open back up to the world. What else do we have? One of her pieces of equipment, as being part of the hermit background, is a scroll case full of notes from things that she's researched, and so we decided that she's been researching the indecipherable map, trying to figure out what it goes to and what it means and what it's for. And so that map is going to at some point be a story element later in the game.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Unless I really can't work it in, but sure.
Maps are always useful.
Maps are always useful.
Let's map to the bathroom.
You are here. That's what it's been saying the entire time. You are here.
You know what? I keep going back to that freaking app. Like, he just needs to get a map to the bathroom
Oh.
at some point and be really excited about
Joel, actually, you weren't here for the best deciphering of the map.
Oh no!
So she pays like 40,000 plus to decipher the map finally, and she gets it back, and it's just a picture of dick butt.
Yeah. Yes. No. Why?
But yeah, she's also going to be almost completely range-based combat because she's going to be a bow archer.
Oh, nice.
At level 2 or 3, they get to pick a specialty for weapons, and so she's going to be using the longbow. So she's one of the first characters to be a ranged character, other than I guess we haven't done sorcerers or wizards yet. So yeah.
No, yeah, that will be, and that's something I was going to mention because we are mostly wrapped up at this point. After we finish that, which is we are wrapping up. Yeah, well, we don't have a time frame. It's just however long it takes to do it.
When we do the proper adventure, we're going to try to push it to 10. But if there's a good ending point,
we don't want to go.
It might go a little bit late. It's flexibility.
Yeah, that's the whole point of having
absolutely.
the 10 o'clock turn off time, is because that lets you push a little bit later or stop a little bit earlier.
Right.
Yeah.
And then next week we're going to be featuring the last set of this actually before we go on a week break, where you guys can finally vote and choose on all the characters.
That's right.
All the characters will be posted. This set of characters might take a couple days.
Week break is the 17th.
Huh?
Right.
That's the week we vote. Yeah, that's the week we have off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 10th is one more day of characters.
Yes.
Right. So we have next week is
and then
four
for
more
those
characters.
and those characters will be the rogue, the sorcerer, the warlock, and the wizard, which are all really exciting and kind of cool to do.
I might have chosen the wizard. I can't remember.
Yeah,
I think
the
you chose the
sorcerer
wizard,
has been rolled.
That's right. Okay.
Rolled, and that's going to be revealed
And Peter
next
wants
week.
to do the warlock, which leaves me with the rogue.
Cool.
I mean, I could do whatever.
You do it. You should do the warlock because I am totally fine doing a
Because
ranger.
I think a warlock worshiper of Cthulhu is hilarious.
That is amazing, and that's the worst part. These characters are all amazing, and I can't
It's so
I'll be
hard to
excited
choose one.
play whichever one we play with, but
And that's what we want to give to everybody else who watches and enjoys and follows us on Facebook or anything like that, because that's where we'll probably have most of the polls and the links. So if you haven't liked us on Facebook, that's where you can get more up-to-date access and
even
information.
like what we've done here today with the 3 characters that we built right in front of you. Those ones are right there for you to look at right now. Don't worry, we'll be putting on, of course, the PDFs of the actual character sheets.
And last
sometime
week's
soon.
character should be up in the next day or 2.
Yeah.
We just need to find time to write them and finish them up because we have to. The backstories take a bit to write.
Yeah,
That's the hard part.
I'll probably, if you guys want to give me the raw data, I should have about 3 or 4 hours on Friday Well, probably not even have that.
Well, the only
Well,
one
I should've
the
really
only one that's in
looked
question
at
is
that.
Martin's. So that's the only one that needs to be written
Right.
up because Peter can.
Yeah.
He said he can.
I can
do
take the
his.
time to do
Yeah.
like this. I can do this one. I can do the Bard one as long as you just give me the info. I assume that's somewhere around here.
Yeah, I think it's backed by my old other set, my D&D stuff.
We have the box account that I linked already, which has all of the files. Which only my character right now, which is the Dreamwalker, but we're going to be putting them all up onto the box account. Everybody can have access to it. You won't have writing access, so you can't obviously add files in, but any of those files you can take out and view the PDFs as much as you want. I'll let you know when the updated versions are out or when the final versions are out. So therefore, if you want to follow along with all 12 characters, and more importantly, find which one you like and vote for it.
And then, yeah, we're still working on a way to do a voting system. It'll probably be a combination of multiple things. It'll be...
I really like the idea of just posting each individual character